Hello and welcome to the BYB Podcast. That stands for the Backyard Boys. And tonight, for your special entertainment, we have special guest Dr. Steve, host of Weird Medicine. And I'm sure you guys have all seen him around on plenty of shows like Ron and Fez, O&A, etc. Hello, Dr. Steve. How are you doing today, sir?
Hello, my friend. I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you?
Very well. Appreciate you coming on. And did you have anything that you wanted everybody out there in YouTube land to know about you, or events you might have coming up, things you have coming up?
Oh, no, not really. I mean, I could do. You want me to do my plugs at the top of the show? I'm happy.
No, not necessarily plugs.
Okay,
just anything else that you would want the folks out there to know about you.
I got a new gig where I'm doing a thing called Ask Dr. Steve with Normal World with Dave Landau, and that's fun. And people can send in questions, and then I answer them. We produce like a 3-minute video with lots of disgusting images and stuff. So. I'll put the email address in the private chat if you want to put it up at some point. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'd love for your depraved listeners and viewers to send some questions in.
Yeah, and I do have your links right there if you did want to add anything to that. But yeah, Dr. Steve, you can find him at his website. And on there's his Twitter and of course his Patreon. What platform is your show with Dave Landau on?
It is on YouTube, and also they're on Blaze TV. That's the network what I thought. They're on. So yeah,
I thought he was on Blaze now. Yeah, he's over there
Dr.
with
Steve.
Alex Stein 99 Pimp on a Blimp.
Yeah,
Steve, I had an asshole cyst.
Excellent.
I have a picture of it. Do you?
Okay.
Would that be something you were interested in?
Yeah, absolutely. A matter of fact, at Hackamania, there's a guy that had a perianal fistula, and I'm going to look at that live on the stage, apparently. So sure.
I got a picture of it. I'll email it. Listen, I'll email it to you. Yeah, my people will get with your people. You know what I mean? But,
okay, sounds good.
If you could diagnose my butthole for free, that'd be awesome.
Is it healed now, or do you still have it?
Yeah, I popped him.
Okay, good. Yeah, so was it full of blood or pus? That's the biggest question.
Pus.
Oh, nice.
What kind of fluids was it
right.
full of?
It's purulent fluid. And if you pop it and it drains and then it goes away and never comes back, you're fine. But if it doesn't heal, what you really did was open up a perianal fistula. And what that is it's a communication from the inside of the rectum to the outside world, except, the one that's supposed to be there is the anus. And right. Well, sometimes if you get an infection or a tear in the wall of the rectum, you'll get infection that works its way out. And it's almost like an abscess, except that it's tubular now because it's trying to get out of there and it'll open up to the outside world. And those things can be a real problem because it's almost impossible to get rid of them. There is a technique to it, though, which I can teach you if you're interested.
Dr. Steve said my asshole was tubular. I think that's fine. It's fucking totally tubular, dude.
It's from the 70s lingo, man. But actually, the way that they would, one way that they would get rid of that would be to take a twist tie, not a twist tie, a cable tie, and you thread it up through the channel of the fistula, out the anus, and then you join the two ends together, and then you pull it as tight as you can. And then over time, you keep tightening it and tightening it. What it'll do is it'll drag that fistula tract out of the rectum and into the real world. And then eventually it'll just pop out and it'll be done. And you'll have a scar there, but there will be no more tube. So there you go.
This is the most horrifying thing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
Yeah, Lemmy, get out the fishing string. It looks like you got work to do tonight.
Does it matter what size the fishing line is, really? Do I have to use like a shark line?
Well, yeah, because what you don't want is for you to pull the thing tight and then have it break. Well, I wouldn't use fishing line necessarily. Most of the time they'll use a thing called a tenon, but currently some of the surgeons, the proctologists, are actually using cable ties.
Hell yeah!
You know what I'm talking about? Cable tie, right? The thing that's got the I mean, I'll go get one if you.
Yeah, like a zip tie, right?
Yeah,
like a zip tie,
like the zip tie.
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend doing this at home. There are surgeons that enjoy doing this. They're called proctologists, and people will ask me, why in hell would anybody be a proctologist? You're just working with assholes all the time. And the truth is that it's fun because most of the procedures can be done in the office. People come in miserable and they leave happy. And it's just, it's confined to that one area, so you can get really good at it. So that's why.
Does anybody else's butthole feel really weird right now after hearing all these procedures?
Mine feels great.
Mine feels relieved that there are doctors that are so involved in that one area of expertise.
That are so anal about anals.
I'll tell you what, if you got a problem there, I'd really rather somebody who was passionate about their job.
Totally into it. Yeah. And the thing is, you never think about your anus until it hurts. And then that's the only thing you can think about.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Fucking tell me about it.
I had a hernia one time, which is probably the most innocent thing that could go wrong with the butt. And it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I was miserable.
You say you had a hernia?
Not a hernia. What's it called?
Hemorrhoid.
Hemorrhoid. Thank you.
Yes.
You could barely sit or anything. It was way more painful than I ever thought it would be.
You probably had a thrombosed external hemorrhoid, and what those are is they're
English,
varicose.
English.
I will. I'm going to explain it. They are varicose veins of the anus, and if you get a clot in one, then it will expand in size, and it will hurt so bad. And thank you, one. So, it's Kaylee. Hello.
Yeah,
I'm actually. We're doing a once over with Kaylee tomorrow. I don't know if I can say what the movie is, but and I will. Or no, it's on Sunday. I will see you Sunday at 1 p.m. Kaylee. She's delightful, by the way.
Oh yeah, we just had her on last Friday. She was on Ladies' Night. But we had her on one other time before that. But yeah, she's a hoot. We like having her on. She's a good old gal.
Yeah, she's one of the all-time greats. So when we did
she's a good egg.
The video for the date, win a date with Kaylee when we were in Largo, she was great. But anyway, I sounded like Chris Farley. You remember that time when it was great. So, but anyway, thrombosed external hemorrhoid. So people will come in, they're in 10 out of 10 pain. They're bent over and they can't sit down, as you said, Chops. And we can send people out completely pain-free within about 30 minutes. And if you want me to tell you the procedure, it's appropriately gross and
You just
fun to
push it
listen
back
to.
in, right?
No.
We should maximize chops, and then you should absolutely describe in great detail what happens.
So, Dr. Steve, I gotta tell you, so they know me well, and I don't take medical stuff very
good.
greatly, but I'm
Wait,
on the
hold on,
roller
Dr.
coaster.
Steve. Say needles.
Yeah, he doesn't like needles.
Yeah, no, he calls it the N-word. That's his N-word.
That's my
Literally, he
N-word.
says it.
I'm going to be saying needles a lot during this. So yeah, go ahead and maximize chops, and I'll tell you.
I'm one of those,
the
Doc.
process.
I'm one of those.
So basically, what you do is you lay someone on their side and curled up in a fetal position, and then you get your nurse or their significant other to stand in front of them on the abdomen side, reach over their ass and pull their ass cheek up so that you're exposing the area, right?
Okay.
And I had a guy one
Sounds
time that
hot.
was so big. What we did was we took two giant pieces of 4-inch adhesive tape and taped it to his ass, and then had his wife pulling on it so that I could expose
Jesus
the crack itself. That's how big he was. But anyway, so then what you do is you take a needle filled with lidocaine with a vasoconstrictor called epinephrine, and you stick it right in the hemorrhoid itself.
Shut up!
And then you infuse it with this lidocaine. Now, lidocaine is a numbing medication. Now,
Thank God.
the pain of the stick is actually less than the pain of the hemorrhoid, so most people don't complain about it. And once you blow that thing up with the lidocaine, the pain is completely gone. Now, the problem isn't gone, but the pain is gone, so they're not suffering. Then you take, you prep the area, and you take a scalpel and you cut an ovoid cut in the hemorrhoid. It looks like if you have the ability to bring up a Google image, just look up thrombosed external hemorrhoid, and it looks like a tick or a cherry or something like that stuck on the sphincter itself. And so you cut this ovoid cut in, and just remove that piece of the lining, and then you express the clot, and it looks like currant jelly. Looks just like currant jelly. It's weird. And then you take a 4x4, which is a gauze pad, and you jam it in that wound, and then you cram the ass crack with gauze, and then tape the ass cheeks together.
Holy fuck!
And then you tell them, they're so grateful though, because their pain went from 10 out of 10 to 0. And you tell them you got to walk around with your ass cheeks taped together, and it just puts pressure on the wound, right? For at least 2 hours.
Do you buy him dinner after all this?
Well, no, I can pay for dinner with what they pay me, though. It isn't the cheapest procedure, but for a surgical procedure, it's pretty cheap. And then they after 2 hours, they can take the bandage off and get in a bath, and like a sitz bath, and just sort of get all the bloody stuff cleaned up, and then they're done. That's it.
So when you tell people this procedure that they're going to have to go through, they're totally okay with it. The pain is that bad, because I'm thinking of the pain that I went through. And if you were to tell me I had to get a needle to the asshole, I'm dealing with the pain.
Yeah. Well, what I will tell them is be very honest that, we do use a very small needle, and I'm going to have to put it in there, but it's only going to hurt for about a half a second. You can do anything for half a second, and then the pain will be exactly 0. And I've never had anybody go, "Nah, I'm not going to do that," because once they hear the pain's going to 0, then most of the time they're totally cool with it.
They're like, "Sign me up, doc. I'll do it twice."
Yeah, and the pain's really not that bad. It really, the stick itself and the in the installation of the numbing medication happens so quickly that it really isn't not even worth worrying about. Anyway, I'm sorry I'm inarticulate today. I got almost no sleep last night, and then I just got home from work. I worked about a 14-hour shift, so it kind of sucks.
Oh, well, even more of a thank you then for showing up today, sir. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it. I blew you off last time by accident.
Shit happens. We understand 100%.
Thank
but
you.
yeah, we did want to get into maybe some like alcohol in the dabbleverse.
Okay.
I'm sure you've probably discussed some of this stuff in the past. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, there, that
I can answer any
alcohol-
hypothetical question.
Right. Yeah, I won't have any direct questions for you.
Well, it's fine.
Do you have
can
any
ask me
general
anything you want,
thoughts
but
about like alcoholism and drug use, not just in general, but more so like the dabbleverse, especially.
right. Well, I mean the sort of archetype of alcohol and its consequences is Lady Di from Opie and Anthony. And she was great. She was funny. And, she was fun to make fun of. And all of a sudden, it wasn't fun anymore because she literally called Opie and Jim from a Navy ship. And, for a while before that, she would call my show. And I would say, "Are you calling from rehab?" Because I paid her rent for a couple of months with the proviso that she'd go to rehab. And she would call my show when we were on, and I would say, "Are you in rehab?" She'd say, "Oh, no," and click. I'd just hang up on her. I had to. And eventually, I wasn't going to pay her rent anymore, and she ended up in the hospital. And then her landlord moved all her stuff out, and that was the end of that. And then she, so now she's in a nursing facility with a disease called Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. And what that is it's a reaction to a thiamine deficiency that's caused by alcoholism, and it causes people to have a dementia that's not dissimilar to Alzheimer's. And there are other
is that
things
what they refer to as wet brain? Is that what they call that?
Yeah, that's a lot of people will call it that. So
I've actually met someone with wet brain, and it's just like they weren't there at all.
Yeah. Well, and then that's the effect on the brain. There's other effects as well, the effect on the liver, particularly. I mean, everyone is pretty familiar with cirrhosis, and there are some people who are really sensitive to it. I've seen 35-year-olds that just drank for maybe 5 years and ended up dying from, just end stage liver failure. And then other people I've seen that just drink and drink and drink and die from something else, at 80 years old. So the problem is you don't know who those people are until they hit 80, right? We don't have a blood test that says, yep, you can drink or you can smoke and you'll never get lung cancer, you'll never get cirrhosis, but you can't. We just don't have that yet. We don't have that predictive power. It's just like we were talking about gambling before the show. You can never say you are on a streak. You can only ever say you were on a streak, right? Because the next roll of the dice is not dependent on the previous roll. So there are statistical flukes. You could roll 10 sevens in a row, but you can't say, oh boy, I'm on a streak. This 11th roll is going to be a 7 too. It doesn't work that way. So that's the thing. You can't ever say that, you're going to live forever or live to be 80 and drink like a fish. You can only say that when you hit 80 and look back on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fish really drink that much though?
Yeah, fair enough.
What's that? I missed that.
We'll take
fish really drink that much?
Oh.
Sorry, say it again, grandfather. I didn't hear you.
Do fish really drink that much?
Oh, do fish really drink that much? Yeah, I wouldn't call it drinking. They're sort of breathing, aren't they? So I don't know.
They're kind of, fucking gills and oxygen.
There's a joke there, but I would never be.
No, there was not a joke there. There was an attempt, but there was not necessarily an actual joke. But he tries. Keep swinging for the fences and striking out. It's fine, buddy. It's fine.
Listen, I was trying to segue into trying to get diagnosed for my HS. Do you know what HS is?
No. Let's go ahead and diagnose you right now for alcoholism.
Hidradenitis suppurativa. Yeah, let me see it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
there
that's
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a what the hell is that on the Opie and Anthony show one time, and somebody had some really bad hidradenitis suppurativa. So And it's genetic. It's a tough one. You can have that stuff removed if you want.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee to it, is there, Dr. Steve?
Correct. No, there isn't. And do you have a good dermatologist? They're the ones that would really deal with those. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Bush Light.
Okay. Well, this is nobody really knows what causes it. It always happens near hair follicles, so that hence the issues in your armpit, and it's usually where there's sweat glands. So people get it in their groin, they'll get it on their ass, they'll get it. Women will get it, under their boobs, and then in the armpits are the big place. So
it was a gift from my grandmother.
Oh, she had.
I'm sure you appreciate Granny asking you about all his. I mean, leave it to the guy in Florida to try to get a diagnosis live on a podcast. I mean, he's 2 for 2 already.
Now,
2 for 2.
Now, grandfather, you could try going on chronic antibiotics. Have you tried that already? Doxycycline.
I haven't. No.
Doxycycline is one of the things that they'll treat people with. You can take that one every day as long as you're over, through puberty, which you appear to be.
Barely.
And then the other thing is retinoids.
You can't walk. Retinoids. What?
Yeah, they're vitamin A.
Either.
Yeah, they're vitamin A based medicines. That what's the acne one that's such a badass, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's it's also a vitamin A. Shit, I'm having a senior moment, but anyway, there's one called acetretin, and which there's jokes there too, but it's a vitamin A.
I was gonna say we already did the anal.
Right, we already talked about acetretin. Acetretin with
Randy knows all about
scalpel.
Anal fistulas. He's had lots of hands up his ass.
Now,
Chris Mack in the chat, I wanted to ask you about this, Dr. Steve. Chris Mack in the chat says, doxycycline, I do work in the sun, and he said it would give me a really bad sunburn.
It will. Well, it makes you more sensitive to the sun. So that person is exactly right. Let me give them a bell.
Give thyself a bell.
Exactly right. So, but what you could do there's all kinds of stuff. You don't have to live with it if it's really bothering you. And it's, if you are with a new sexual partner, it gives you a lot of explaining to do.
No, my sexual partner is right down there.
Have some explaining to do.
Well, I'm saying if you had a new sexual partner, you'd have a lot of explaining to do because they'll look at it and go, what in the hell is that? Can I get it? And the answer is no, you cannot. So, but there are monoclonal antibodies that you can take as well. Some of the new biologic stuff. I only recommend that for the really, really severe cases. Yours doesn't look as severe as the ones I would recommend for this. Those are the people that just have suppurating wounds and they smell bad and they're, it's just everywhere.
It smells bad.
The monoclonal antibodies carry some risk. So I think that would be a last resort, but there are other antibiotics. If you'll email me after this, I'll send you some stuff on that if you want to try something.
Please charge them a bunch of money. God, please don't let them off the hook.
Say it again.
So who needs health insurance with Dr. Steve around here? Fucking thank you. I do.
But it's there's no quid pro quo for this.
Yeah, well, let's talk about his alcoholism because this brings up an interesting fact. So as far as alcoholism,
who's alcoholism?
So yours mainly. A lot of people say like, "Oh, I'm just a beer drinker. I just drink beer on a daily basis." Stuttering John, for example, he states that he's like, he discounts the fact that being a daily drinker of just beer will have long-term effects. Can you explain some of that for us, maybe?
Well, sure. The alcohol is alcohol, no matter what it's solubilized in. Just because it's more dilute in some beers, although I drank like 5 of P.A. John's Imperial IPAs at he was my partner at his brewery, and didn't realize that the ABV was like 10. So it was like drinking, and the normal ABV of a light beer is like 3.5. So it was like drinking 15 beers all at once. It was pretty tragic. But yeah, I mean, alcoholism is alcoholism. It doesn't matter what kind of alcohol you drink. If you're drinking 20 beers, that's the same as drinking, 20 shots of liquor, or, maybe 15, depending on the beer. It doesn't matter. It's still alcohol. So when I hear, hey, I just drink to hydrate, or I only drink light beer as some sort of defense against the idea of someone being an alcoholic, that's not how we define alcoholism. Alcoholism is the addiction. If you have a compulsive behavior that results from alcohol dependency, then that's what defines alcoholism, not which kind of alcohol you're drinking.
Yeah, Granny, how many beers do you drink a day, buddy?
I gotta go get one.
Yeah, I don't want to make you feel bad or anything, but you should go grab a beer, right?
Yeah, I probably should do.
Yeah. And so one way that you can define an addiction is that people will continue to do it beyond the point where it's causing them harm. And that's the difference between someone who, say, takes oxycodone for cancer pain and someone who is addicted to oxycodone, because the addicts lie, cheat, and steal to get their drug. They will take it beyond the point, as I said, where it's causing them harm. They'll crave it and those kinds of things. The only thing that someone who's taking therapeutic opioids, say for cancer pain, have in common with an addict is that if they stop it suddenly, they'll go through a withdrawal syndrome. But that's the only place where they intersect. Those people are not addicts. They're just habituated to the medication. So.
Yeah, fair enough. How about like binge drinkers? I'm sure we were just saying, like you were saying, someone that could drink for 5 years very heavily will end up just like rotting their brain and their liver.
Sometimes some people won't.
Yeah, of course, there's a chance you won't if you're
genetics in the end.
But yeah, it seems like we have a lot of people in the dabbleverse that are like binge drinkers, or I guess that's how you would refer to them.
There's a lot of people everywhere that binge drink,
Yeah, right. We have a bunch of examples like the Chad Zumox, the ski masks, and they're more than forthcoming about that. So it's not like I'm throwing them under the bus, just saying their names. But those are
no. And I don't know. I've never examined any of them, and I've never even talked to Ski Mask. But 1 in 6 U.S. adults binge drinks. I used to be one of them. Anybody that went to the Rochester to the it must have been the roast. Anyone that went to the roast got the pleasure of seeing me standing in front of the stage when the Isotopes were playing. I was the guy, standing right in front of the stage, screaming the F word, just at the top of my lungs the whole time. So, I used to be a binge drinker. That night cured me from that. And, it's, when you have 1 in 6 adults binge drinking, well, there's 5 of us here, so there's decent odds that one of us is going to be a binge drinker, and 25% of people do that at least once a week. So what?
You got a question there, Granny?
Well, I saw that I was muted. I don't know if I did it. Did you whip your cock out, Dr. Steve?
I did not do that, but it could have happened.
Hell yeah.
It could have happened.
What a legend, dude.
They are a great live band, by the way, but it wouldn't have mattered. I was just, fuck. I was just
every time I see the Isotopes, I rip my fucking cock out, dude. Started helicoptering around the crowd.
Nice. I'd like to see that.
Really? All right.
Yeah, sure. What the hell? That'd be awesome.
I'll send you an email, brother.
Yeah, speaking of which, Ski Mask definitely whipped his dick out on this podcast a couple times. So there you
Really?
go. That's who he is.
Nice.
How
Around
about
a
like
bandsaw.
Anthony Cumia? Anthony Cumia was a daily beer drinker, and hanging out at compound with Gino Biscani, of course, drinking a lot of hard alcohol. That leading up to his heart issues. Do you think, in your opinion, did that have a lot of reason behind why he was having
the cardiac
heart
issues were probably more genetics and family history. The risk factors for heart disease are basically family history. That's the one you can't do anything about. Smoking, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, and diabetes.
Check.
So those are the. You'll notice that drinking isn't in there now. Binge drinking is, it increases your all-cause mortality anyway. So it may factor into that, but those are the main risk factors of those 5. And, if anyone is listening to this, it's debatable, but if there are people listening to this that are interested in this, what I meant to say, that's debatable. There's a thing called a Framingham calculator, and you can just Google it. You put in your blood pressure and your cholesterol, and it will spit out what your risk is of having a heart attack in the next 10 years. And if it's greater than average, you need to do something about your risk factors, because it's all about mitigating risk. We're all going to die. And so it's just about mitigating risk. Smoking doesn't mean you're going to have lung cancer, or a heart attack or stroke. It just increases the risk by a statistically significant amount. Likewise, not doing those things doesn't prevent those things from happening. It just reduces your risk. Jim Fixx, you guys probably don't remember him, but he was in the best shape of almost anybody in the world, and he's still, keeled over. I think he had a stroke or a heart attack. It's been so long I don't remember. But
I know that was a heart attack. I'm almost sure.
Yeah. So all of that fitness stuff didn't prevent him from having that, but it did reduce his risk. And anybody else, if you look at a large population that are in the shape that he was in, there would be fewer heart attacks, fewer strokes, that kind of stuff in that group.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but anyway.
How about I see a lot of people mixing psychological medication, or maybe we could separate the blood pressure medicine, heart medications. Obviously drinking and taking psych meds seems to be a huge mistake a lot of people make. Can you do you have some insight on that for us?
Yeah, don't do that. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just as simple.
What are some long-term effects? What sort of things can people expect from drinking while taking psych meds, for example?
Well, okay, so let's look at benzodiazepines. That's the Valiums, Xanax, and Ativan, that kind of stuff. Taking them.
Good shit.
Yeah, they're called hypnotics. They are good. That's one of the problems, is that they work so well that people get quite
euphoria and whatnot.
Dr. Steve, before you go on, I took 6 of them motherfuckers one time and drank a 12-pack and almost drowned in a fucking bowl of Chef Boyardee.
Yeah. No, it can absolutely affect you in that way. My wife took 20 milligrams of Valium before our wedding. And
these were the yellow school buses. I don't know if that's a doctory term. But these were the goddamn school buses. I took 6 bars.
Okay, well, we call them totem poles. That's how they're termed for the Xanax. The 2 milligram Xanax. Is that what you were taking? Yeah. So and you saw what the effect was. It rendered you unconscious, and if you were, I don't know, in a hot tub like a certain personality was recently, and you lose consciousness.
It's funny because they're shallow.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Right. They had to pull me out of the ravioli, Dr. Steve. I hate to tell you this.
Yeah, you can absolutely die from a bowl of pasta if it's saucy enough. But
you can.
Now, I would like to say something about Matthew Perry. They stigmatized him for taking ketamine therapy. Ketamine therapy done properly under the supervision of a healthcare provider who knows what they're doing, can be extremely effective when nothing else works for depression and PTSD and those kinds of things. The problem
we just had a guy on Wednesday who he had a total mental break, and one of the things he was saying that with the psychologist actually put him through the ketamine therapy, and he seems like he's a lot better off afterwards. So
well, I was a fan of it. I was writing about it. I was talking to people about it, and then I ended up in the depth of a deep, dark depression. And through talk therapy and ketamine, I'm doing pretty good. Matter of fact, I've been on the ketamine now for some time, and I'll be completely off of it. And the great thing about that drug, if you do the home microdosing, is that there's no withdrawal and there's no tolerance to it. It just increases that plasticity in your brain where you can turn off those circuits that say you suck, you suck, you suck, you piece of shit. You can turn all that off, which it's hard to do just on your own. So he was getting normal therapeutic ketamine, but his last dose, from what I understood, was a month before he died. Yet he had ketamine in his system, so he was abusing it on the side, and that's why this happened. We have these billboards that say fentanyl kills. It pisses me off because one of the drugs that we use for cancer pain is transdermal fentanyl. And when you tell people, hey, let's try this drug because it's amazing, they're like, oh no, I seen the
I don't want to overdose, right? I don't want to die tonight in my sleep, right? Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
But the difference is abusing it and using it therapeutically and abusing the drug. So that's kind of the difference.
Dr. Steve, what's your thought on psilocybin mushrooms?
I have a weird take on this. I think Timothy Leary fucked us up by making it popular in the 60s, and let me tell you why. So what Leary was doing was, back in the day, Sandoz Pharmaceutical was making pharmaceutical psilocybin for research purposes. So what does Leary and his buddies do? They rent out a church, and they're going to do this experiment, and they give everybody psilocybin, and then they take it themselves. Now,
the electric Kool-Aid acid tests.
It was similar to that. There was a different name for it. It was like the church test or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm actually eventually going to write a book about this, because then LSD and psilocybin got out into the general public because Timothy Leary was pushing it. Tune on, tune out, and whatever the fuck he was saying. And so he was popularizing it, and then it caught on. And then our politicians, who back then, the Republicans and the Democrats were both very socially conservative in the 60s, they see a bunch of quote unquote dirty hippies, I'm tripping balls, man. And they went, nope. And that was the end of that. They cut off all research for psychedelics. And it's only been recently. I mean, this is 60 years. Finally, we're getting some research money poured back into psychedelics. So we do have ketamine now, which is a step forward. I believe we will have some form of psilocybin as FDA approved medication for PTSD and for depression and stuff, probably in the next 5 to 10 years. But we should have had it 30, 40 years ago if it weren't for Timothy Leary. But anyway, I'm a big fan.
In the shrooms, as far as that goes, a lot of people are very big on the microdosing now. And in Oregon, they've legalized the mushrooms. So now they've actually opened up a shop in Portland, and they can do it statewide.
That recently, though?
Actually, I haven't kept up on it that closely. I just know that they had one opened up. So whether or not
I thought that
continued, they might have backed off on it. I'm not sure. I don't take any shrooms, and I'm not a microdoser, so I haven't kept up on it. I do know that it passed at some point, and they were starting.
No, that's awesome. Good for them. It says clients must be 21 and older. Prescription is not required. Clients must complete a preparation session with a licensed facilitator. I wonder what you have to do to become a licensed facilitator.
Just a guy that looks like me in a fucking lab coat, dude.
Yeah. I know.
That's all.
It's cool, man. But anyway, yeah.
Well, all right. So, my opinion. I want your opinion, not your medical opinion, right? Just your right. Personal opinion.
Yes.
Do you think that psilocybin does help with depression?
Yes. That's my opinion. It's also my medical opinion, but it's my opinion.
In your opinion, does it help it long term?
Like anything else, it needs to be done correctly to the right patients. You know, if you take maybe someone with schizophrenia who is also depressed and you give them a hallucinogen, you may actually make them worse. So, you know, you got to choose your patients properly, and you got to choose the dose properly and the setting properly. You know, it's just not a blanket, this stuff is great, just put it in the water. I mean, we have to use some common sense with it. But yes, I think for the right patients.
It's not like Oxycontin. You don't just give it to fucking everybody.
Right. That's right. And I think that only having serotonergic drugs for depression, like the SSRIs, right? Prozac, Paxil, Zoloft are selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Then you have Cymbalta and Prestique, and those are serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors. You might be seeing a trend here. They both deal with serotonin. And what they did was basically did brain biopsies on these sort of depressed models in different animals and noted that the serotonin levels were low in the brain. So they went, depressed people have low serotonin levels. So let's just dump buckets of serotonin into their brains. And that's really kind of what we're doing. And it's a very sort of sledgehammer approach to a very sort of nuanced problem. So I think having other things like ketamine, like psilocybin used properly, it at least gives us a choice, because we all know people that have tried every SSRI and every SNRI and they're still depressed. They feel worse or whatever. You know, wouldn't it be nice to have an alternative that you could try? So
when it comes to the
right now,
sorry, Quad, go ahead.
Dr. Steve, you do some MDMA and you start fucking a chick. Ain't nothing. That's one of the best things you can do, bro.
That's a cure for depression, I'm sure. Anyway, well, just
it is.
So having intercourse is that's also very good for you. I wouldn't know, but
how about with the SSRIs and the those kind of pills? What about the effects of drinking with that kind of? I know there's a bunch of people in the dabbleverse that say that they are on those kind of pills, but yet continue to drink on podcasts. So that's how we know.
Well, I think you can drink in moderation or just have a couple of drinks, but just getting hammered again is not good.
Yeah.
As far as SSRIs, they're not as dangerous with drinking as the tranquilizers like benzodiazepines are, or opioids. You know, things that actually suppress your consciousness. All cause mortality. In other words, death from anything that you can think of is increased in people who take benzodiazepines to sleep at night, and they don't know why.
Like bear attacks?
With what?
People on benzos fucking get bear attacks more too?
Oh, bear attacks. I see. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it could be bear attacks. It could be getting run over by a car. It's just all cause mortality. If you just take those people and you look at what age they die on average compared to the rest of the population from whatever they die from, then it's that age is lower in the people that take benzodiazepines.
Everybody in the chat, this is a PSA. Don't take benzos or you're going to get attacked by a goddamn grizzly bear. I don't care what fucking state you live in.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a question. How do you feel about, everybody in my family and their moms seem to take melatonin and give their kids melatonin. And I've always been very, very leery of melatonin.
Same. I'm a little leery of it. It affects the pineal gland, which is a gland in the in the brain, in the back part of sort of that fluid-filled area, and we don't know what the fuck the pineal gland really does. And it turns out that if you are taking melatonin and you increase the dose, it works less well. So taking really small, almost microdosing melatonin is better. And I wouldn't give it to my kids because I was worried I just didn't know what it would do. Now I've got my 21-year-old takes melatonin every night, and he's a smart kid, straight A's. And I keep telling him, dude, I don't know. And he'd rather sleep than worry about the adverse effects long term. So,
How do you think you would go about telling a friend that gives her child melatonin that, hey, I heard some crazy shit about melatonin?
Well, okay. The answer really isn't that we have evidence that it's bad for them. We just don't have evidence that it's not bad for them. That's the problem.
Okay.
And it's a hormone that our pineal gland makes and modulates, that we don't know what it's for. So that's my concern about it. That's my only concern. I do recommend that adults that decide to take melatonin take the gummies instead of the pills, because the pills don't seem to really work as well, because I think the melatonin actually gets bound up in the matrix of the pill, but the gummies will be completely dissolved. So, but it's a hormone, it is a hormone. And, I'm just looking at this thing here about melatonin in children. It says it should only be used for children who have behavioral issues that have not been corrected with other strategies, but I'm not even sure that I buy that, It's just, we don't have evidence that it hurts them. We just don't have evidence that it doesn't. And I'm always concerned when you're giving, a hormone like that.
Now, how about when it comes to like really, really major like sleeping medications, such as like a couple of people mentioned in chat, like Ambien, for instance, which I myself have had a problem with in the past.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, Dr. Steve. Let me lay this out for you. This motherfucker one night, listen. No, you're gonna have to hear this.
I might as well.
He took about 12 fucking Ambien, drank an entire bottle of wine, maybe 2.
Okay.
And then he looked like Jack Nicholson busting through the fucking door in The Shining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe it. I had a friend.
Horrible.
They used to do Ambien and then have sex, right? And they called it big sex night because it enhanced their experience, and then they would sleep good, right? Well, so they had big sex night one night, and the woman woke up at 2 a.m. hearing a noise outside her window, and her husband was on a ladder on the second floor washing the windows, completely asleep. Yep. Now, what I'll tell you about Ambien and Lunesta, because I was addicted to Lunesta for a while, 3 milligrams. I went from 3 to 2 to 1, and finally got off of it. That if that starts happening, it will not go away. As a matter of fact, it'll get worse. So if you wake up and you're in a parking lot somewhere in your car and you don't know how you got there, and the only answer is you took Ambien that night, you have to stop it, because it'll just get worse. And bad shit happens to people when that happens. What's that?
Yeah, I think someone actually got off on reasons of insanity for like a murder, because they could prove that they were so messed up on Ambien they didn't know what they were doing.
I kind of remember that. And I think what grandfather's saying is, if you could get yourself to do your job while you're on Ambien asleep, then your whole life would be just fucking around. That would be pretty awesome. But I've watched that show Severance, and I don't think it works that well.
Rick and Morty also did an episode about that. It's pretty good.
I'm sorry. Say it again, Lemmy.
Rick and Morty actually did an episode about that. And they called it the night family, where the night family would like in their sleep state would like work out or like write letters and shit like that. Jerry ended up writing letters to him his day self. It was fucking great. It's a great episode.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. The problem with all that, of course, is you're not actually getting rest. So those people, that are up all night doing things are not resting. But anyway, I'm looking here. It says, in general, when used properly, melatonin seems to have relatively few side effects in children, most of them minor, such as headaches, bedwetting, nightmares, dizziness. Those don't sound minor to me. Mood changes. But there are ongoing concerns based on studies in animals showing melatonin can affect puberty-related hormones. And there's very little evidence to suggest this is true in humans. The reality is no long-term clinical trials. Okay, so they're agreeing with me that we just don't know. We can't say that it's safe.
Yeah, Dr. Steve basically said that we can blame people giving melatonin to their kids and queers.
Yeah, you can shame them.
Wow.
What?
Yep, melatonin makes your kids queer. You heard it here
Didn't
first.
say that, but
hanging out with Granny can have the same effects. So watch out for
grandfather's hypothesis. It's testable. It's a testable. It's a testable hypothesis.
You're right.
Okay. I mean, it is. Yeah, you give 1,000 people melatonin and 1,000 people a placebo, and nobody knows which is which. And after about 10 years, they go through puberty. You see if there's a statistically significant difference. You could absolutely do that study.
Articulate John is correct. Melatonin is turning the frogs gay. Right.
Yeah. Doesn't make you a bad frog.
That's my Alex Jones. That's the best I got. Back to the drinking thing. Obviously, quitting drinking. I know we got about 10 minutes here, and I just wanted to wrap it up maybe with some more alcohol talk. Yeah, it's been 50 minutes. You said you gave us an hour, so I didn't want to.
Well, it's gone so fast.
I know. It's most of these podcasts that happens. Yeah, you turn around and it's like, what the heck? That was an hour. It seems impossible, but yeah. As far as quitting drinking, we actually had a co-host on our show last October. He quit drinking. And he tried to do it cold turkey without. Partially. I mean, if you wanted to say that,
Derek fucking murdered this man. Hello.
There is. I can't disagree with you if you want to see the proof. This is kind of what led up to it. This fellow, Bobby P.
His legs.
Maybe we just watch a second of this.
Shoe size.
All right, this guy's an asshole.
Go
pick your face.
You got a beer?
Go pick your balls.
And of course, Stevie Lou in this one.
But, I'm nesting this beer. Nurturing it. Whatever.
Nurturing.
Nesting on a beer.
You're sitting on the beer.
Sit on it for a couple of weeks until it hatches.
I'm actually playing this for a reason. So. Yeah, I'm sorry. If he gets too drunk, I'm just going to apologize ahead of time.
When the beer does hatch, you have to keep it in one of those containers with the lid on it for a few weeks also.
I would be absolutely disappointed if I don't see him go into a trance tonight.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm not doing that. Hell no.
Is that what the kids call it nowadays? Whoops, I got too drunk. I just slipped into a trance last night.
Want me to go fucking get the prison outfit on? What you thought?
I mean, I don't know. Like, what was it, Wednesday?
So anyway, yeah. There was a point in time when we thought it was all fun and games to make fun of people getting drunk on stream, and it was fun and playful. I did shame him a lot for showing up on the show drunk, and what he ended up doing was quitting cold turkey. He was a pretty severe alcoholic at the time, and whatever he ended up getting a stroke and went into a coma, and he passed away. But
my goodness, really.
So he quit the incorrect way, and what Granny was saying is partially true. I did give him a bad time every time he showed up drunk. So I think he tried to quit because of that. My yelling at him all the time.
Well,
so I didn't know if you had.
You had his best interests at heart, but if you listen, if you're in that situation and you feel the need to quit, you don't have to do it by yourself. First, there are addictionologists out there. There are primary care providers that have been trained in this as well. There are medications that you can take to ease the withdrawal syndrome, because there's 2 drugs if you withdraw from suddenly that could kill you. One of them is alcohol. The other one is benzodiazepines.
There's only 2. Yeah, alcohol and benzos.
Really, the other ones just make you feel like shit, and could kill you in weird ways. But benzodiazepine withdrawal can be fatal, and so can alcohol withdrawal. That doesn't mean don't do it. That just means do it right and get help.
What are the drugs? What are the drugs that you would recommend for alcohol withdrawal?
Well, okay. So under a physician or a licensed provider, NP or PA, who knows what they're doing, there's a couple of them. One are actually benzodiazepines. There's Librium. We'll use Librium as sort of a long-acting benzodiazepine to keep people from going through DTs and having seizures and stuff. There's a blood pressure medicine called clonidine that can help with all sorts of different withdrawal syndromes. Those are the big ones. And then the ones that just prevent you from drinking. There's Antabuse. That's the cheap one, and it just makes you feel like shit if you drink. But then there's also naltrexone. There's an oral naltrexone. It blocks the pain and pleasure centers in the brain, and it causes people to drink less. So there's all kinds of stuff out there. Just ask for help.
If you go to a rehab, will they offer these type of medications to help you?
Depends. Some rehabs are drug-free, and some are cool with using drugs. I'm a big fan of the ones that judiciously use drugs to get people through the withdrawal syndrome, then get them off the drugs, and then get them into a hard, looking at their life rehab.
Okay, so you should definitely not try to quit everything. I mean, obviously everybody's different, but don't try to quit everything by just going to a rehab. You want to go to a medical detox. Is that what we call it?
Yeah, some of them have a medical detox wing, and they will detox you first and then get you into the general population where you start talking about why you were doing this and how you can prevent it from happening. Now we have a place in my area. They're very successful, and they've got a bunch of different locations, and they do it without drugs. 100%. They don't do any drugs, and it can be done. So you just have to, you just got to choose. If you're going to go to rehab, research, ask them questions, find out if it's going to work for you, before you go.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we got about 3 minutes left or something. Maybe just on the one more last question. Do you know what happened to Artie Lang's nose? And do you have an explanation for what happened on that entire thing? You probably even know him personally, correct?
No, I mean, we interacted when he was on Opie and Artie, because Anthony would call me or something. And so we've had some interaction, but I don't think Artie'd know me from, if somebody even said my name to him. But what it looks like is collapse of the nasal cartilage, and I would assume it would be from snorting something, or death of the nasal septum. The nasal septum is cartilage that goes straight back. If you've looked in a chimp's nose, you ever looked in a chimp's nose? It's just 2 holes, and you can just stick your fingers right in there. But there's this divider, and that's the nasal septum. We have that too, but we have this sort of longer nose, and our nostrils point down rather than pointing straight in. And that nasal septum can die. And the reason it would die would be vasoconstricting. In other words, drugs that decrease the blood supply by constricting the arteries and capillaries. One of those is oxymetazoline or Afrin. That's how it works. And but some drugs are really strong vasoconstrictors, cocaine being one of them, but there are others. I don't know what he was taking. I have no idea. I know what he said, but it's, whatever. I never examined him. I never talked to him about it. But those drugs can kill the nasal septum, and if you just keep assaulting it, it can just collapse. And that would be my guess, but it's just a guess.
All right.
Because it's so outwardly visible, I feel okay sort of throwing out a hypothesis on that one, you know.
Well, he claims that some lady smashed up, broke a glass, and then it got mixed in with cocaine, and then he had no idea that it was in there. And when he went to take a line, that it totally cut his nose up.
That's possible if it caused the nasal septum to bleed uncontrollably to the point where it died. You know, then it could happen. Yes. But that would be a really bad. I mean, we call that epistaxis when you have someone that's bleeding from the nose like that. And it would have been one of those things that would have been, you know, a surgical emergency at that point. So I don't know. He says it. I believe him.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, we got an hour out of you, and well, it's very much appreciated, sir.
Well,
and of course, we would love for you to go ahead and shout out and talk about anything you got coming up.
If check out Normal World with Dave Landau. Matter of fact, we did a skit for the clips that just came out, I think, on Tuesday's show. And if I can't remember who the guest was, but it's right at the very beginning where I got to play a cult leader. It was fun. I used to act in high school and college, and I'm no good at it anymore. I sucked pretty bad. But when you're just chewing the scenery being a cult leader, it's pretty easy. And
yeah, absolutely.
But I once every week or every 2 weeks, I do, I think, Ask Dr. Steve on there. And it's, you know, they simulcast it on YouTube, so you don't have to join Blaze TV or any of that kind of stuff if you don't want to. So just, you know, check that out.
Like Alex does that for sure.
Yeah. And then, just check out Weird Medicine wherever podcasts are found. If you're on Sirius XM, listen to us on demand. That's the way that helps us the most. So.
Yeah, Dela threw it in the chat there,
Dela.
folks. So
there
if you just want to hit that link. And once again, thank you, sir. Gina Bobina says, thanks, Doc.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm always a bummer. I'm just.
No, it's great.
Everything's very interesting.
Yeah, exactly. It's not very often we get to talk to someone very serious, so it's appreciated. Dela says, thanks, Dr. Steve.
Thank you.
Chris Mac.
Thank you.
Dr.
Thank
Steve
you, Chris.
Rules.
Yeah, Dr. Steve, this doesn't come out of me a lot, but it was nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much. And
if I can do anything for you guys, call me. And I hope to see some of you at Hackamania. Quad, we got to.
Right. Well, there might still be an effort in me to try to get down there. So it would be great to meet you in person.
I want to meet you.
Well, if there's a barrier that's surmountable, I would love to help you surmount.
Well, it's not financial. It's not that.
No, I know, but whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it, Dr. Steve.
It's the whole he can't fucking walk thing. Why don't you diagnose that?
Right.
Well, I think Las Vegas is pretty flat, so rolling around the streets down there shouldn't be an issue. I don't think.
Don't take advice from some asshole on the radio.
No, I'll take your advice. You're not some asshole on the radio, so
no, that's not true. That's exactly what I am. All right, take care, my friends.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Hey, thank you. Thanks.
All right.
Get the fuck out of here.
Banner down, and then
everybody has trouble getting out of here.
Did you stop the live stream already?
No,
we keep going for 2 more hours probably. I just was.
All right. Let him boomer out.
I'm boomering. I'll see you.
Thank you, Dr. Steve.
All right, thank you.
Much love.
Let's just stare out of mouth, right?
Make the screen bigger. There you go. All right.
I love that man. He was really good. Very good, dude.
Cool.
Gotta tell you, there's not a lot of doctors I kind of trust or get like really humble personalities out of. 100% great guy, really intelligent.
Oh, look at that. One leaves and another one comes in.
I just sent you the pictures of the Photoshop software. Those guys are doing that. And those guys have a really expensive laptop. Those guys, they got their laptops. They're doing Photoshops of me and things like this. It's not true.
What?
Are you sure,
I sent you pictures of Photoshop software, and they're really expensive laptops. Those guys have them like that out there. Like an Asus ROG laptops in it.
Frankie, we can't hear you. You're gonna have to say that again.
Things like this. It's not true.
Frankie, we can't hear you. You gotta say it again.
There's a lot of guys out there.
What are the guys doing?
Hello?
There's a lot of guys out there.
Hey, Frankie, go outside for a minute so we can talk to you. Go outside so we can talk to you. Or just leave. Either one. Either one. It works. It's the same pretty much. All right, let's get through some of these real quick. Let me check here. What do we got? Ozone, new member. Welcome, Ozone. We do appreciate it. Ozone became a YouTube member. Beep, 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 beep. And apparently Frankie has more to say.
Those guys, they're doing Photoshops. I sent you the pictures to Twitter, the group chat about the Photoshop software. Those guys are doing that.
Oh, wow. We'll have to look into that.
Photoshops.
All right. Is the guy that slaps his ass cheeks in the bathtub? Is that you, Frankie? Is that your ass?
Really expensive software like Corel Paint and things like this, and logo designer and things like this. Those guys are doing that. It's not true. There's a lot of those guys who find those software at stores.
Yeah, $500 Canadian, right?
Yes. People buying video editing software, things like this. Acrobat Pro, so people can do that.
Acrobat Pro, wow. Hey, Frankie, will you read this super chat for us?
Got gaming laptops, they can do Photoshops and video edits out there. There's a lot of those guys that gaming laptops out there, gaming desktop computers.
Yeah, I'm on a laptop right now, Frankie. Do you think I do any Photoshopping?
Those guys that have gaming laptops out there, like Asus ROG Strix laptops, and things like this. Lavono desktop.
I mean, Frankie, you're talking to a guy that does Photoshopping. Do you need something Photoshopped? I'd be happy to Photoshop you into something. How about I put you in a video where you're with a bunch of girls that are well under 20 years old?
Well over 20.
No, Frankie. I saw you on your birthday, and all those girls were well over 20. I saw. No. So Frankie, you turned 34 on April 40th.
They're well over 20 years old.
Frankie, listen, we have a super chat
here. You take home?
Don't run them off yet. God damn it.
It's too loud in that bar. I can't help it. RP MLC Legend, $20. Sending some love, Quad. Out for dinner. We'll enjoy dinner. But you better be watching when you get back. And that reminds me, everyone, if you don't have a membership like Ozan just got, then you should get one. The link also for gifted subs, gifted memberships is pinned to the top of the chat. So if you need a gifted sub, you can follow that link and it'll take you where you can turn the toggle on for gifted subs. But otherwise, the memberships are $3 and you're missing out on like 16 hours of content a month. If you're not a member, we do the members only stream on Sunday at 5 o'clock Eastern. So you are missing out. If you're not a member, if you are a member, congratulations, you're winning. Also, hit the like button, smash the subscribe to our channel, and please turn on your notifications so anytime we go live, you will know about it. That helps us get into the algorithm also. FYI. Slapjaw, Timothy Smallwood, $1.99. Good evening, everyone. And Granny, my hero. Hashtag scissoring. How has the scissoring been going for you lately, Granny? Lots of fun. All you're gonna do is feed the hatred towards you and your scissoring ways.
It's a visual show. It's a goddamn visual show. That was
then show us how you scissor if it's so visual.
Let's see how you
scissor.
Dude.
No, show us your technique, your scissoring technique. I know
I'm about to go fucking eat mac and cheese and fucking beef tips and go to bed.
That's pathetic. And something a alcoholic would say. All right. Dela, $2. What is the most disturbing thing you've ever seen? Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, buddy. I should have got that one in. The most disturbing thing I've ever seen is Granny. No, I did none of these pertain to stuff about.
Oh, I'm fucking crippled. I can't fucking keep up with the goddamn super chats. I can't look to the right.
I did read them. I read them, and not one of them has anything to do with Dr. Steve except for this.
Look at me. I got a crippled fucking brain. I can't read the fucking chat.
I apologize, Dela, for not reading this in time. I did not see this one specifically. The most disturbing thing I've ever seen. Let's go around the room and just answer this question. What is the most disturbing? I know what it is. Okay. It's what is that? Crazyshit.com. Of course, I've seen like every kind of death, murder, etc. But yes, there was one on there from Brazil that was a little extra something. I don't like seeing women die. That always bugs me. So I've had a couple of those stick with me. Most disturbing thing I've ever seen. How about you folks? Fucks.
I think.
How about you fucks?
Somebody getting stoned to death, like on one of those like rotten.com or something. Like I could
I'm fucking trying, Chops.
Could not watch.
Trying to get stoned? Yeah.
I don't want to bring it up because I think Lemmy's blocked it out.
Why can't we all just get stoned?
Yeah, I'm not bringing it up. Lemmy's blocked it out.
Everybody must get stoned.
I blocked what out? Oh, wait,
Augustine.
I think you blocked out the fact that you're with Granny today, maybe, if you're lucky.
St. Augustine. Guy wrecked on his bike.
All right. Innuendo? Yeah, we don't do innuendo. We just fucking say things on the show, you reject.
I wasn't comfortable.
Put it out like it was your boyfriend's cum. Hurry up. Let's do it. We ain't got
and there was a dead body in the middle of the road, and I got real scared.
His fucking brains were splattered all over the goddamn road, and she had to swerve to miss his fucking body because we were like one of the first ones on the
Is that your medical opinion that he was dead?
Yeah, well, the brains were a fucking dead indicator.
His brains left his body.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's that. Let's move on from that sadness, patheticness, whatever it was. Ozone, $10. Thank you, sir. Quad, I appreciated when you complimented Kenyatta on being well-spoken. However, I felt a bit uncomfortable when you asked him if anyone had ever told him he looked exactly like Sugar Ray Leonard.
It's the fastest I've ever seen him move.
Actually, holy shit, good pointing that out.
Well, no one's ever got me excited. When you start talking about Sugar Ray Leonard, I go right back to my childhood and start thinking, ooh, those were some good fights back in the day. Hagler, etc., etc. Yeah, so many good fights. Yeah, I'm blanking on. Wow. I can't really think of some of the other people he fought. My brain went blank. I mean, there's classic all-time fights. Sugar Ray Leonard was the band, though, for sure. Dela, gosh darn it. This is a question for Granny. So I'll just leave this one hanging up there. Ricky be my son. David, he loves him. Oh, okay. I'm just going to keep moving on then. Since Granny, who knows when he's going to come back, right?
He's actually taking a piss right outside my window right now, just for the old.
Oh, so he'll be back soon. All right, we'll ask him when he gets back then.
Oh, he's looking at the lightning bug.
Lightning bugs, nice. KJ Fury, $5. Thank you, sir. That's just not even a super sticker. It's just $5. It's like, hey, here's $5, and we say, hey, that's great. Thank you very much, sir. KJ Fury, very giving guy. Flat Cat Jessica, we love Flat Cat. She's been everywhere in history. She saw the Berlin Wall come down. She was there when they freed the slaves. She was there when the Titanic sank. She's been everywhere and done everything, believe it or not. Can Frankie say hi to my son, David? He loves him. What I will do is next time I have the opportunity to, I will make Frankie say hi, David, and make a video of it and send it to you. I hope that suffices. I too have said very similar things to that for other young people. All right, let's get into it. Of course, we have to talk about all the things Quadfather. No, actually, all the things Hackverse, Dabbleverse. There has been so much. I don't know if you guys have caught all of it. Chops, are you up on all Quadfather news and related topics?
Last thing I saw was you and Ray, and I won't talk about any more than that. Oh, talking to supposedly Stevie Lou's attacker, the nunchuck
supposedly,
guy.
Right? Supposedly the actual real fellow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's watch the fucking My Lost Interest clip. Let's just do it. We're doing it. We're having it. It's happening. Yes. Flat Cat, send me a freaking DM to remind me, or maybe I'll just write it down. All right, let's watch this commentary, and then we'll watch.
Derek, you ever rolled up on some lightning bugs up close?
Probably.
He's on a roll.
I don't know if we have lightning bugs. I know we don't have fireflies out here in Oregon.
None?
Lightning bugs. None.
That's why you're crippled, dude. That's why if you had lightning bugs, dude, you probably wouldn't be in that goddamn chair.
I haven't seen lightning bugs in so long. What happened to them? Maybe it's a region thing.
And yeah, I got a bunch.
I got Frankie went to the store and took pictures of Adobe Acrobat Pro in a box. And he took pictures of all kinds of Photoshop that you can buy at the store and sent. Oh, and laptops. He sent us pictures of laptops, phones, and Photoshop. Interesting. Okay.
Has Frankie ever heard of MS Paint?
That's actually that's very good, Frankie. We'll make sure that we tell people that there is Photoshop that people can buy and that it's not good because they're using it to make fun of him, and we're not okay with that. And he's 40 years old now. He's a full-grown adult. All right. Me talk.
Up, what's going on, you punks? Welcome, Rock Bottom Podcast, special edition brought to us by RPMLC Legend. Hooking this up, I got Quadfather from BYB Podcast with me, and the man of the hour, Kenyatta Bryant.
Who's retarded Anderson Silva?
What?
Hello?
Oh,
right,
okay.
good.
Yeah, Anderson Silva. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that's actually fairly accurate, except for maybe 15 years difference, but yeah, very accurate. Yeah. I had a feeling it was more.
There was an altercation
like Samuel L.
between
Jackson
you
meets,
and a fella. We'll just call him another guy. How about that? We'll just call him. We won't bring his name into it. And
yeah, don't say Stevie Lou.
And a lot of people in this podcast community were like wanting
don't
to
say
hear
Stevie
about
Lou, whatever you do,
what
Ray.
happened, what was going on, what the whole incident was. Everyone got the version of the New York Post or whatever. They didn't talk to you. They did talk to the other guy. Yeah, tell us your day. How was your day? Tell us what was going on that day, and we'll go through that way.
Day, wake up, the gym opens at 5, or that's about me and my wife. My first priority is just to train, and we have clients that come in. We teach boxing, and we always on top of life.
Right.
A good day. We was
so you're into boxing. Boxing's what you enjoy. Like that's what you train. That's what you work out.
Yeah, boxing, martial arts, anything that that's in that field.
So you guys went to the gym about what time?
Like 7 to 8 o'clock, 7 to 8. It's always real early when I'm stepping in the gym. We was drinking coffee, getting ready to enter the gym, and I feel this bump from behind. And then I see the guy running up in front of me.
All right,
and he's standing right there in front of me now,
He knew he was coming on the show.
Isn't that how every podcast works, Granny? Like, is that the
I don't understand the Star Trek fucking turtleneck, dude. Like, what did he get? Like, did he get this off the set of Star Trek? Like,
dude, I don't know if you are self-aware at all. Do you not like look at yourself before you come on shows? Because I can tell you, this dude's actually way better dressed than you've probably ever once been on a podcast. So therefore, I would watch what you say.
You ever seen me in a motherfucking turtleneck, you crippled son of a bitch?
Goatee, your wispy ass fucking wannabe beard thing you got growing.
Talking about
your face.
someplace that it is. He looks like the guy from Breaking Bad, Gus Fring, I think his name was.
There you go. There you go. Come on, Chops. Set this fucker straight. Tell grandfather to
never trust a man in a goddamn turtleneck, dude. This motherfucker went. Wait,
turtleneck. I'm with you on that.
No.
But he's
fuck you, Derek. He's in a high-speed turtleneck. He is in a fucking aerodynamic fucking turtleneck.
I don't know if you know this, but he's a ninja. And he like beat the fuck out of our arch nemesis. So in fact, he is the hero of BYB.
Hey,
he's your fucking hero. He's your fucking hero too. So you shut up.
No, fuck that. A high-speed turtleneck, dude. Make better choices.
Raytard the Untrainable is very accurate when he's talking to Granny. Granny, data point number 371. Don't talk unless it improves on silence.
Fuck you, dude. Go suck Ray's dick like Quad a lot.
What? Raytard the Untrainable? You're cussing out our fucking chatters now? That is unacceptable behavior.
And you at the same time. It was a fucking twofer.
A twofer.
It's a buy one, get one free, buddy.
All right. Only if it improves on silence. Here we go.
Right.
I'm in his sight. He's clearly in my vision. And no excuse me, no sorry for bumping into me. And next thing you know, I see him for the second time. He come past and bump into my shoulder. And I guess, I don't know why he did that.
Did it feel like he was like checking you? Like arm check?
It was like
Okay, Ray. I just got stressed out hearing Ray say that again. Let him talk. Like I asked him a 5-minute question like I do over here. No, I asked him the quickest question I could possibly ask. Did it feel like he was checking you with his arm? Come on. Fuck you, Ray. Fuck you.
I hate it. Like a challenge. Like that, like I'm gonna bump into this guy without intentionally, without saying excuse me or something. What a grudge feel, and it's just like something that didn't feel right. Then he tried to punch me in the back of the head, and then that's when everything went crazy right there. That's all. I couldn't let him get away with trying to punch me in the back of the head.
That's right. You heard it here, folks. Stevie Lou is a sucker puncher. He's trying to punch innocent black men trying to walk down the street, drink their coffee with their wives. And then this wild ass Stevie Lou come out of nowhere and try to suck people in the back of the head. Unfucking believable.
And he was just carrying a pair of nunchucks, just as a self-defense thing. Like that was
doesn't everyone?
It's so random, but I love it. It does work. I would not fuck with a guy with
they
nunchucks.
Do work. Just ask Stevie Lou how they work. Fucking breaking them bird bones on that motherfucker. Ozone, I'm dying to touch your wife's hair, Quad. Did I say that? I'm dying to touch your wife's hair. I don't remember saying that, Ozone. I think you're chipping me or just fucking with me. Either way.
Don't unpause it.
Did Stevie get his arm broke yet?
No, here it is. K McDuck nailed it. RuPaul, when he's not dressed up like a lady, this is very fucking accurate, dude.
Thank you, K, because I want to address the sassy look he's got right now. The most sassy look with that pause. It is so good.
Mm-hmm. He does.
He's about to do a Bill Cosby impersonation, actually. No, she's gonna do the Bill Cosby.
Now, I've not watched any of this. Does he admit to a nunchucking?
I don't know. Let's find out together.
Oh, he tried to punch you. You're saying someone tried to punch you.
Let's do this.
All right.
Was there any words said in between him giving you the arm check and the point where he took a swing at you? Was there any words in between?
Oh man, he was saying go and get your drugs and
typical Stevie Lou, right,
like,
guys?
That's the last thing. Now you falsely accusing me I don't do drugs. You know, I'm for real.
Yeah, trying to hold the black man down, huh, Stevie Lou? That's right. Typical Stevie Lou. Typical racist, horrible, anti-black people, Stevie Lou, as we well know him, and a drug dealer, apparently. That's what he was doing down there, trying to sell this guy drugs. And this guy was like, "What? I don't do drugs. What? I'm not into guys. Get away from me." Poor dude.
A healthy person. I'm an athlete. I don't do drugs. So that's another thing that ticked me off. And, I want to prove a point to him. I got plenty win out here. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. So I'm not no drug addict. Call my wife a black bitch. And I just.
Typical Stevie Lou going around calling black ladies black bitches. Obviously, he did that on our show constantly. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Hey,
you guys remember that, right?
Hey,
you remember that?
Remember who we should be mad at?
How?
Come on.
Who should we be mad at right now? I'm doing a Stevie Lou bit. Who should we be mad at right now? Right?
I honestly think
I just had to give him a little taste.
You're supposed to hit the black one.
You're mad at Ray, Lenny? What happened?
I think we should all be mad at Ray.
Whoa. How did we get upset at Ray? What did Ray ever do to anybody? I don't get that. Why you're just an anti-Ray person. That's what it is. Go ahead.
He could have executed this a lot better. Honestly, he could have asked better questions. There were so many super chats that didn't get addressed with poignant questions, Get your shit together, Ray.
Is he new?
The best thing about this interview was Quad. Quad asked poignant questions. Chat asked poignant questions. Ray.
Thank you.
Oh, it's almost like Ray sucks and he's retarded.
Ray, get your shit together.
He's new at this. He's new. He'll get better.
No, he won't.
But it's Ray. But it's
fair enough.
Ray.
Touche, Gina Bovino.
Yeah, Ray. B Smiley the third. If only I had woke up like 3 hours earlier because I'm on the West Coast, I would have actually had him on BYB. Just out of all honesty, that's how it would have gone. But no worries. Ray.
Instead, you were like, "Hey, Ray, fucking this guy Kenyatta was."
Oh wow, that's so much better.
It's something out there. I didn't give him much. I really went light on him.
So what was nunchucks? Where did nunchucks?
Oh, Ray DeVito, come on my face.
So Chops, you were asking earlier about nunchucks. Is that what you wanted to know about nunchucks? Oh, okay. Well, we just happen to be at a point where now he's going to start talking about nunchucks. So this should be interesting. Sweet. And uninterrupted would be very good.
I really went light on him.
So what was
come on my face, Ray. My name's Derek. I love
it's just me and my wife. It's a bunch of group of sometimes you walk past groups of people and all type of stuff is going on out there in the media. It's a lot of crimes going on, and you just have to be set for everything something is going on out there, and you don't want to be a victim and end up in the emergency room and just hurt out there. It's all kind of stuff going on. Mental ill people out there and just
mentally ill people like Stevie Lou out there just fucking wilding out on the sidewalks in NYC. Can't mind their own business, trying to hurt people and do drugs and stuff. and whatnot.
Fuck yeah, man. Listen, you always believe anorexic Morpheus.
Yeah, everybody should. And if you're not doing that, you should start. Right, you should start believing these people.
They're
1,000,000% correct. Sorry, Chops. Yeah, did you not hear everything? Because someone might have been making licking anal noises or something. Yeah, Chops.
Is that what was going on? This is you on Ray.
Yeah, that's why.
That's you on corn. Yeah, that's you with corn. I don't know. Same. That's you shoving corns down your throat while they jizz hard.
Nope.
That's you with Dirty Dalish trying to kiss her ass. Oh, Dirty Dalish. Oh, fuck you, PSP. Are you fucking serious right now, dude? You're seriously gonna come over here? You're seriously gonna say that on our podcast? Son of a bitch. No,
PSP,
Granny
here, you want me to do it?
No,
you want me to do it one more time?
No. Let's not do that.
All right, you got the interview. I wish I would have woke up earlier.
Here's Guy Parker. I would like to point out something. You just got done saying that Granny was right about something. How does that make you feel, PSP? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, not too bright right now. Not looking too good, are you, buddy? Pal.
You got to protect
the only
your wife.
question I have.
I'm 50 years old now.
Hey,
I put that.
You got to protect your wife. You heard that, right?
The only question I have is
so you disagree with that? Oh, I see. You couldn't answer the question.
How
so
much
you don't
did
feel
Ray's
the same.
dick
You don't
like
feel like
hookers?
Morpheus does about protecting your old lady. Why not? What's wrong with you? You don't like to protect her? You too scared of real men?
She's a big girl. She can take care of herself. I would have shot
her. You're on your own, Lemmy. You better go get like a pistol and learn how to fucking use it too.
I do. And
she's not on her own.
Good girl. Ozone, you are a credit to your face. Fuck. Did I say that? I mean, I don't remember saying that, but Ozone, you keep quoting me. I don't remember any of these quotes, but hey, they sound plausible. I'll just have to take your word for it, sir.
That all give it all win in like I used to, you know.
So you're saying it all started with the bump. A bump earlier in the day,
it all started
and then
with
a bump later in the day.
The bump.
Okay, so when you were going to the gym,
with the bump.
so you're saying there's two incidents. One, you going to the gym, and the other incident was
Ray.
The gym.
Where have you been, Ray?
No, I didn't ever get to go. I didn't get to work out that.
You didn't even get to work out. Oh, you were on your way to work out.
Yeah, look at this, folks. Stevie Lou is taking away people's right to work out. He's an un-American as you can be, because people should have the freedom to work out and not be harassed by people that say things like your wife's a black bitch and etc. Right, Lemmy?
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
Is there anything more un-American than stopping people from working out? Come on.
If you stop people from working out in New York specifically.
Right. It's the only thing this guy's got.
Yeah.
Let me second question.
Yeah.
Granny, nobody asked you. Granny, nobody asked you what?
How fast does he look? Like, does he look? He looks like he's tearing ass across the fucking room. But he's sitting still. Kind of like Derek. But you don't look that fast.
I mean, if he was tearing ass, it'd be a guy just like you. I mean,
you need a goddamn
guy like you and tear some ass for sure.
We need a high-tech fabric. Everybody, all your donations.
Happened before we got in the door. After he touched me the first time and he stopped with this.
Touched me. Show us on the doll. I missed out on an opportunity for you a follow-up question on that one because I would have pulled out a doll and maybe had him point on the doll where Stevie Lou touched him. I think that would have been a very good question. Bad on me, folks. Sorry, I'm a big letdown.
cart, like this roller of boxes. What is it? A hand truck. Yeah. He had this hand truck with a load of boxes on it, and I didn't get it. Right there.
I'm sure inside those boxes were drugs, no doubt in my mind.
I don't like men, and that's when he threw the punch up at me to hit me.
I don't like men's no more. No. I don't like no men's no more. You guys remember that video that just popped in my head? I don't like men. You know what I'm talking about? The gay guy.
The gay
guy at the church
on stage with the preacher. Yeah.
I don't like men's no more. No.
Oh, so you saying like I don't like men mean you were like saying like
you're not
like
gay.
It was like I'm not gay type.
No, I don't date guys, you know.
Yeah, all right.
So that was a joke, though. That's what you were talking about. That you were trying to make a joke, like, oh, I don't like guys. I'm not into guys.
That's what I'm like. I'm like, you know, I'm not into guys and stuff like that. And he went boom. He just blowed up after that right there.
You were saying that the first punch was thrown at you.
Yes.
Oh.
I don't just fight nobody because I got license. I really fight in the boxing ring or in the gym. I don't need to fight on the streets.
You're here, folks.
What's up? What's going on?
I'm about to start calling you quartering, John.
Well, that's awful mean. Why would you do that, Granny?
Because you're retarded.
You're
not
mean
true, not
tonight.
true. I repeat, not true. Peter Sky Parker, Quad, why don't you or Ray try to get this goon to fix his audio? Jesus, Peter Sky Parker, he's a flash in the pan, bro. I don't know. Like, am I supposed to go around fixing everyone's equipment before we do a show?
That's all right. Listen. Everybody in the
Dayla, read my super chat. See, this is only 8 minutes old, so I'm doing way better than the last time.
$2. No, you taught me how to do this. $2, Dayla. Read
you
my
say his
super
name
chat.
even. You could even say his name. I mean,
I did.
You could
I
even
said,
throw the name part in there.
$2. Read my super chat.
Thank you, Dayla.
Mr. Crow, $2. Came for the Lemmy, stayed for the quad.
Boom. Didn't have nothing for Chops or Granny. I like it. Nice.
Suck
I
dick,
agree,
Chops.
100%. I don't know if you guys are aware of Kevin Brennan's pure hatred for me and Ray now, but I kind of was half hated, I think. I have updated my social to most hated by Kevin Brennan along with Ray. I think we're in the same fucking boat now. SOL, shit out of luck. I am in deep shit from Kevin Brennan, and I'll show you clips. You said he gets red like a hot dog. Well, actually, I think he turned purple watching this fucking interview. It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life, and I couldn't stop laughing when I went and saw it afterwards. I'll have to say it's fun getting under Kevin Brennan's skin. Now that I'm trying to do it on purpose a little bit, it's quite enjoyable.
I've yet to see it, so I'm kind of excited about this one.
Oh, you have no idea. Like we're gonna watch a bunch of Kevin Brennan watching us. Watching him watching me is it's quite freeing, in fact. G-Rob, $5. Kenyatta seems like a good egg. He's a good egg. Come on, guys. This guy's a good egg. Kenyatta seems like a good guy. Having headphones would have helped him. He had a hard time hearing y'all, especially when Ray was talking over everyone. Yes, G-Rob, you noticed that Ray talked over everyone while trying to say quit talking over everyone. Yeah, it was kind of frustrating. So be it.
Hey, quit talking over me, motherfucker.
The only problem we were really having was the fact that his Wi-Fi wasn't working. It was, other than that, when everything was up to speed, he had no problems and we could hear him fine. It was just he got glitchy. So it was just Wi-Fi. Agreed, Granny? You agree?
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
You like where your face is, bitch? That's what I fucking thought.
Where is it?
Shit. Exactly.
Fucking keep this on. All right, let's watch. Let's watch.
4-rounder. I think he can only do a 4-rounder.
A 4-round fight?
Yeah, he did a 3-rounder before, and he was pretty much done after 3 rounds. But I mean, whatever. He just he held himself pretty good, but he was only boxing like a 5-foot tall guy, like a real small dude, which is weird for a 6'6" guy to box a 5-foot tall guy. What do you think about that?
Oh, he's talking
overhand right.
Yeah, well, the other guy boxed more than him. He just started boxing, but I could see a thing. You and Steve, like Stevie's actually not a bad guy, and I could see some peace happening. When all you guys settle all this stuff that I get, you guys got to handle your stuff now, but
it's not going to be.
Yeah, this could actually be all right in the long run. I mean, obviously,
Ray,
I don't want to see anyone hurt permanently.
Ray, you're going to get hurt, Ray.
Yeah,
too late for that, Ray.
Ray, when are you going to stand the next time? Ray, when are you going to be at the stand next?
Dino K, Big Show, Ray. What's that?
Ray, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm just reading some of these chats.
Ray.
Oh, I think we lost him. I'll read some of these while we'll get him back. No, I'm okay. All right.
Oh, now
you got to quit interacting with people in this capacity.
Wow.
That
when he
could be
gets
a
out
real
of
thing.
jail,
And
Ray, you
trust me,
fucking
there's
loser.
people that will definitely like pay money to see it too. Like you guys could both make some money off that as well. Like
I'm just mopping around.
I'm looking at a
resolution. Just mopping around. I got
a second incident with the straw thing.
The breathing.
I can't wait for that.
You got to let
That's
some
gonna be
things
interesting.
go.
I wonder if Stevie Lou's going to pay a visit to Ray the next time he's at the stand.
Yeah, sometimes you got to.
Yeah, he keeps saying that constantly too. Like he's going to send Stevie Lou down to talk to Ray at the stand. You know, that's already a thing. Yeah. So Kevin was trying to say like, oh no, I just mean like go watch your show, because obviously that's kind of a half-assed threat in my mind. Whether it's like a talking to, he doesn't specifically say you should go down there and beat his ass, but he definitely says you should go down there.
Take a fucking punch to the face by a full-grown man than to encounter Stevie Lou in public. I'm not even kidding.
What do you mean? Like have to deal with him? Period. In any fashion.
In any capacity where he has to talk directly at my face, I'd rather be punched in the face by a full-grown man. I'll get surgery.
By a full-grown man, or even like Granny, for example, a not full-grown.
Either or. Just kidding, baby.
I got a stupid question, but is Ray watching Kevin Brennan watch Ray? And that's why he's got this like nervous. I'm noticing a nervous breathing pattern.
No, he doesn't. He in fact did not know that we were getting stream sniped. I actually caught on to it maybe later in the show, and then I started hurling out some possibly like herpes jokes and whatnot that may have totally pissed off Kevin very badly, and he reacted not so well. So yeah, whatever. Yeah, I think there's a clip coming up where I talk some shit. He increasingly got super pissed. It's fucking hilarious. I love it.
Okay,
when you're going to court,
does Kenyatta bring a towel to the gym? That's what.
No,
that's what. Yeah, sometimes I don't usually bring towels either. If I'm in my car, especially because if I'm in my car, yeah. Because then they smell like fucking mildew in your trunk after a while.
Right. You guys have a lot in common.
Ace, has Kenyatta seen any articles?
Many things.
Has Kenyatta seen any articles written about him from the famous journalist Anthony Cumia? Oh, there's a guy, Anthony Cumia, the Anthony Cumia show. It's a show for you to check out. I don't know if he's talked about anything going on. Adolph Brennan. Kenyatta is a cool dude. Well done, right? Yes, it's Kevin Brennan's face, and they put a little mustache on him.
It's either a huge herpy or a mustache.
It's a herpy. Oh, Quad's making jokes.
He's got a monster right now, so everybody's just pointed out it's about the size of a little baby or a small child.
It's right here.
But it's hanging up his lip.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna heal though. You know what's not gonna heal? Your quadriplegic situation.
There you go.
Let me know when you come.
I've never heard it called a situation, but that is a fucking awesome way to explain what it is. It is a situation. You guys could start calling me the situation, right? Like that fucking loser from the Jersey Shore. The situation.
No. I complain that that's all he has on you is that the you can't walk thing. But if he like churches him up every now and then like that, I don't think I have a problem with it because it's pretty funny again now.
Yeah,
that you can't walk. That you're a quadriplegic in this situation.
Yeah. But hey, I don't know if you've been reminded. You can't fucking walk.
Oh, that's
funny again.
Every day. And I had forgot for a minute. Damn it. Okay. I mean, these guys are professional comedians. I mean, let's fucking really get a guy. Let's hit him where it hurts, right, Kev? Right, Kev? It's a difficult situation. It's a quadriplegic situation. As Tony Soprano might say. How is my Tony Soprano? It's a quadriplegic situation.
Yeah, this is a bomb. This is what in the business we call this a bomb.
It's a quadriplegic situation.
No, enough. Again, we don't have to reiterate.
It's a quadriplegic situation.
God damn.
No, it's not getting better or anything. It's not.
No, it's not getting better. It's actually getting fucking worse.
Fuck. I was trying for better. I swear.
Walk again. I'll let you know my heel where my lip is better.
Get it right.
Let me know when you're walking, Ray. Let me know when you're walking.
Kickstarting John's ass. I want you to fight more people. That's no more fighting. Fighting only in the ring.
In the ring, it's all good. We'll sanction them. We'll go through the athletic. Yeah, we'll make it legal and we'll get you some money for kicking some ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a Quad's known for getting
Yeah,
people money.
You know, I still got
Getting people money. We all know the Quad Father kills it.
You can go have a talk to about talking to with him.
Oh, Ray wouldn't put up Philly Frank's 5.
He should have had you on. I bet he's kicking himself in the ass.
Well, he wanted
Philly
you. I don't know
Frank's
why
5.
you didn't
Get
do
your money
why
back.
You
You
didn't do
didn't put
MLC,
it
'cause
up.
that's what
He's probably scared of Stevie Lou. All right.
Well, that's
you guys get the point.
Does Kevin Brennan actually get
I
more
hope you're
red?
an accessory
hold
to some kind. I hope this guy committed some kind of crime. That's a Quad.
He is sweating.
Yeah,
Kevin
he's like
Brennan
fucking
is
furious.
sweaty.
He's fucking pissed.
Does he actually get more red
There
as he
you
gets
go,
more
man.
mad, or am I
There you
seeing
go.
things?
Oh yeah. Today he was screaming so much that his mic was just fucking cutting off. It was very fun to watch. I can say for myself. Actually,
I'm gonna ask Dr. Steve now. What causes that? Sorry.
What causes red faceness?
Yeah, is it his blood pressure? Is that what's going up as he gets angry?
I think it's an Irish thing. I get red. No, I'm part whatever. I'm probably similar, but yeah, my face gets red. Like when he drinks, his face gets red. My face used to get red. I just think it's this pasty fucking white Irish dudes and pasty white English dudes.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, so he was trying to claim that he did not say that he wanted to send Stevie Lou to the stand, but then he was just trying to say to go watch this show, and he'll make sure people know to go there. So that it was kind of interesting to see that. Who else was he saying should go there? Oh, the Kenyatta guy, the Kenyatta. And I actually made a joke like that. I was telling him like, oh yeah, Ray, you should buy Kenyatta and his wife dinner down there at the stand, and he'd let him watch your show. He did not seem too happy that I brought that up. I may have gotten in a little bit of trouble for saying that with Ray. Beloved chatter, $2. Thank you, sir. What? Quad can't walk. That's right. That's right. Ha ha. Make your jokes. Make me feel bad about myself. Give me some bulletin board material, if you know what I'm saying. Later tonight, I will have to sit in it.
It's just weird that, like, after all that, you're never going to be able to suck Quad's dick again, or Ray's dick, rather.
Mario movie star fingernails. Thank you, sir. Quad, I didn't know. Here is $2. Yeah, I mean, Brennan says, I don't know how to get people rich. I mean, here's $2. There you guys go. Now you're fucking rich. Thank you, Mario. Appreciate it. Mario movie star fingernails. Yeah, you learn something new every day, right, bud? Right, bud? Theo, $5. Thank you, sir. KB's jealous of Quad and Ray's exclusive interview. Sad to see. I actually do believe that it has a huge part to play in it. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff that Kevin Brennan is like jealous, or it might not even be jealousy. Like, he just assumes everything in the fucking hackverse is his. Anyone else that touches anything is an asshole for doing so. So yeah, if he can't get that interview, he doesn't want anyone else to get it. So even though he probably would like to do it, he just doesn't want to fucking hurt Stevie Lou's feelings. He would never admit to that. So yeah, seeing us have the interview probably pissed him off, because he probably did want to have it, just was incapable of doing so. And I also know when like he stream snipes Ray, I think it's so that he gets some super chats taken away from Ray, because it pisses him off that Ray is getting super chats from people that used to donate to him. Therefore, he assumes that all super chats are his, unless he says someone else can have some. I just feel like that's how he thinks about stuff. I think it's a weird backwards way to think, but hey, that's just me. I think everybody should succeed and have fun and just be part of this universe. I don't think Kevin Brennan or I could name names. I think a lot of people don't see it that way. They see that anyone getting a super chat, it was their super chat. Someone else is taking it from them. Kevin Brennan being the utmost number one person I can think that does that. In his mind, every super chat in this fucking universe is his, unless he says otherwise. All right, this is today from, of course, Carlos Danger being on with Kevin while they talked about all the fun, exciting things. RP MLC legend, of course, he's the one that made this whole thing happen. And the reason he did was because Stevie Lou reached out and fucked with him. Therefore, he retaliated. That was his retaliation. He was like, all right, you want to fuck around? Then I'll get that guy on a podcast. And he did what he wanted to do. Awesome. Thank you, RP, if you're out there. No, he said he's at dinner. So if you watch this later, but either way, we appreciate the 20 you threw at us. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
In love with.
I think there's more going on here.
Really?
I've never. Yeah, I think he's smitten. Ray is smitten.
MLC legend. Fair enough, but why threaten Ray with sending Stevie Lou to the stand? That's involved and potentially problematic for you. Not at all. Not at all. If I never worked there again, it's not problematic at all. And also, I know Ray. Ray on his live stream where he's drinking, when he does the show at 10 o'clock and he's
Cocky
drinking.
Ray. It's Cocky Ray.
Not a care in the world. Then when he wakes up, he texts me whenever he gets off the stream. When he used to do my show, he would something would happen on my show. He would call me, text me. The guy's the most worried motherfucker I ever met. Like, he's always in a panic about what's going to happen. So I know as soon as the show's over, he's like, holy shit. So I'm just stating the reality. This is an active criminal case. Ray put himself involved in it. And the fact that Ray is going to be afraid of Ray should be afraid of Stevie Lou. If Ray still thinks him and Stevie Lou are friends, Ray's out of his fucking mind. Stevie Lou's a big dude. I hired him for security twice. So Ray should be concerned. I don't have a care in the world. like you, RP. I don't have a care in the world. What happens at the stand between Stevie Lou and Ray doesn't affect me at all. Can I get arrested for that? No. Can I lose my YouTube channel for that? No. Am I ever going to work the stand again? Probably not. Do I care? No. Do I need the $30 from Patrick to do a spot on Thursday? No. Give it to Rich Voss. So the fact that you're trying to scare me, like, or is it? It's not at all. It's problematic for Ray and you to get involved in a criminal fucking investigation in the city of New York.
Actually, it's not. I mean, okay, everybody. I think absolutely the opposite, that it really does not matter what so fucking ever that we had that guy on a podcast. It'll never come up. Any evidence they have will be on the fucking show that we did. So there is nothing coming my way. There's nothing coming RP's way. There's nothing coming Ray's way. Well, there might be stuff coming Ray's way, like in the form of Stevie Lou and I don't know. I would love to see Kevin Brennan go down there and talk all this shit to Ray. That would be even funnier, wouldn't it? Oh, wait, no, he doesn't leave his house, so I guess he won't be going to do that. That's right. I remember now. Never mind. No, I think it's funny. He's pretty much threatening him with Stevie Lou. Would you be afraid of Stevie Lou, granny bitch?
No.
Like, oh no. I mean, especially with the broken little wing. I mean, his bird bone fucking arm that broke like a fucking little twig because he's such a little sissy. Would you be afraid
I don't give
of
a
that
fuck.
big
Listen,
tall
no,
fucking Skeletor motherfucker showing up to talk shit? What? Nothing.
Arm or not, right? I don't think that I can beat Stevie Lou with range. But if I fucking fold Stevie Lou up, I'll get him.
Like one of your other boyfriends folded him up? Like,
yeah. I'll fold him up and choke him the fuck out until he's blue.
Appy, Ray masturbates too much. That's why he's nervous. That could be very possible. Yes, Gina Bobina, he does. He's purple. Yes. Yeah, B Smiley the third. I noticed that today. He was fucking up and kept bringing up RP's his super chats over and over and over. And Peter Sky Parker says, Kevin Brandon skipped one of my super chats last night while reading some up to 3 times. Yep, I did notice that. He pretty much was arguing with RP in the chat. That's kind of what happened. He just sat there like arguing back and forth. Dejois, I'm not sick of this topic at all. I know, but it is a very fresh topic, so I am forced into a corner with this one. I almost feel like I have to address it at this point.
Chops, what do you think?
When it comes to what specifically?
Sending Stevie Lou to go confront Ray, like, or how do you feel about any of that shit? Obviously, it's a threat for Ray.
Are they serious about it?
Yeah, they're all in New York City. Yes, Ray will be in New York City to go to his comedy event. That's what they're talking about. That's what's at the stand, is a comedy show that Ray shows up for once a month. It's kind of his show, and yeah, obviously sending Stevie Lou down there, or anyone else for that matter, not cool. That would not be cool at all.
I didn't think they took it that seriously. I thought they talk shit online and everything, but when it comes to like outside real world stuff, I thought they just stabbed each other, shook hands and just carried on their ways.
No,
I'd choke your fuck ass out too. Dude.
Things have changed in the comedy scene. Now there's vitriol, violence. I don't know. Actually, there's been a lot of that shit for years. I don't know. What's the last one I can remember happening? Ari Shaffir got slapped in the face by Michael Rappaport. Whatever. All these guys have had some weird thing happen, pretty much. Ozone. The interview will be 100% be used as evidence in Kenyatta's trial. Ray and Quad did nothing illegal, though. It's what reporters do every day. Exactly. Ask questions of something that's happening. Pretty simple. If we would have had Stevie Lou on and asked him questions, would that have been bad? Right, same. Beloved chatter, the RDT Raytard defense team will be attending at Ray's shows at the stand moving forward. Yes, beloved chatter, he's a big monster of a man and he doesn't have bird bones, most importantly, so he will not break the second someone swings rubber nunchucks at him. Rubber, most importantly. They were confirmed to be rubber. We believe Kenyatta, Brian. Beloved, are you saying it's you that will be doing the defending? I assume. Personally,
I miss Dr. Steve.
Why? Because he gave you answers to all your problems, which are numerous and a multitude, that so many that you can't keep up with.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And I don't.
Oh, look at my armpit. Oh, look at my asshole. Oh, look at this. I got this problem. I got that problem. I'm a retard from Florida. Dirt, 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 dirt. Yep. We heard. We were there, Granny. Trust me, we didn't miss.
I mean, basically, that was
actually kind of
it.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of.
You're
put
an
a bow on
embarrassment,
that.
but he was interesting. Yes, he was interesting. He made all your retardation come full circle into something great, like an explanation of how to remove hemorrhoids. You want to know how I remove hemorrhoids? Right here, like this. Boom. Hemorrhoid gone. Hemorrhoid back. Hemorrhoid gone. Hemorrhoid back.
I bet you gotta have
That's how it works.
ton of fucking hemorrhoids, bro. I bet you're riddled with hemorrhoids.
Riddleroids. I haven't. There's so many. It's riddleroids.
Yeah, riddleroids.
All right.
Coming out, it just looks like a goddamn spike ball.
Spike ball, huh?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, back to the case. Any questions you have, Chops? Anything you feel like you're not knowing? We can clear it up previous to watching more.
No, we're good.
This is all from today, so it's 1,000,000% fresh off. Yes, PSP, right. Cut it out. No, I think he's saying scissoring. It's the scissoring. Granny is having scissoring withdrawals. Dela, yes, correct.
It's not true. Now bring back Frankie.
Yeah, Joe Valentine. We are in the same camp as you. We liked him for a year. Fuck, dude. Boy, were we wrong about that.
Boy, howdy.
Right. Yeah, we got fooled too, folks. You're not the only ones that got fooled. We got fooled too. Fooled me once, shame on me, or you, or everyone. Fuck it.
Quad, I take it back.
Fool me twice. And Stevie Lou was literally.
What, buddy?
I do need to catch up with like this entire thing just to recap where we're at right now. But all the hemorrhoid and everything talk through me, like I completely forgot exactly what's going on in this clip.
You're welcome. That was a gift from us to you.
Yeah.
Thanks, fellas. That bad, huh?
So, do you see the guy on the left, Chops? The guy on the left, his pronoun is gay unicorn. The guy on the right is a fascist.
Fat motherfucker. Oh, you were gonna say something. Oh,
no,
fascist.
Fascist.
I thought you were gonna say he was fat. I mean, you started with fat.
Hood.
Fat ass. I thought you were going to say Carlos is a fat motherfucker. Fat ass who he does actually like retweet all of our stuff. So I should probably lay off maybe his fat.
Yeah, but he's also like he is part of the KKK.
He's not just a fat person. He's also wide and has like many chins, more chins than Chinatown.
So the fellow with the hat. Is he a guy? Is he a dude? I've never seen him before.
Yeah, he's a real fat guy. No, he's the investigative journalist of the Dabbleverse and Hackverse.
Oh, gotcha.
He's also an extreme fascist, and he is very supportive of the white supremacy movement. All right, play the clip.
And he's also kind of a nice guy, other than all the other things we said about him.
Yeah.
And we kind of like him.
With the DA yesterday. So look into that, RP MLC legend. You fucking piece of shit coward. Anytime. Ray's like, don't dox him. He doxed himself last Saturday.
And I don't think, look, Stevie Lou's not going to go to the stand.
And I'm not afraid of any of you super chatters. Bentley gave Ray 50 gifted or 20 last night. Good, give it to him. Like I give a shit. Where's Chandler? My money going up. Chandler.
Wait, you're yelling.
Is he noise cancellation himself because he's screaming so much?
No, he's maxing out. He maxed out. It clipped.
Yeah, so the noise.
It's
the
awesome.
Noise kicked on.
Dude,
Kevin, you're gonna have
so
a heart
good.
attack.
So good.
Holy shit! Why does he care so much? I mean, this is going to be a redundant question, I know, but why does he care so much? Who's getting money and who's not? It's so stupid. I thought it was a bit to get the mad.
He has
about
to
money.
care. No, like I was trying to explain that earlier. He thinks the world revolves. He thinks the dabbleverse and hackverse have to go through him. So therefore, he is like, he's the son of this universe.
I'm just shocked that it's physically affecting him. Physically, look at his face. Look at how he's reacting.
Oh yeah. Look at the herpes too. Chops, don't forget the herpes.
I can't get my eye off of it.
Super
Did
chat.
I mention the white supremacy?
Well,
is that the
apparently
guy with
he
the
has
white
a
hat?
black wife that excludes him from said racism. So therefore, you can't argue that.
He
has
pulled
a black
the
wife. He
Bill
can't be
Burr
racist.
card. Look at me.
just
I'm not
because,
racist because I'm fucking a black woman.
No,
Okay, Bill Burr. What a fucking hack.
Got him. You got him, Mr. Granny. Peter Sky Parker, super chats equal evil only if they're going to another person besides him. That's the only time super chats are evil. Or in the case of RP, who is disagreeing with him about this very specific thing. Oh, yeah. Laundry room. Yes, this is like when his stepmother calls him. Yeah, that sounds correct. Just making sure we're getting the.
Oh wait, hold on. Lemmy's here. Let me catch her up real quick.
We
found out
I was 50-50 that Kevin was about to tell me to go fuck myself. I know, and you're one of his great donors too. Exactly.
Listen, we found out that Kevin is an extreme white supremacist. I mean, to the point to where he doesn't even like Irish people, and he is one.
I don't get it. Where did we get that from? Is this coming out of your ass, or did he say something that I didn't hear? I need to know.
Yeah. He said,
What'd he say?
see Kyle. Do you see Kyle? Do you see Kyle?
Yeah, you
He's right
remember
over
Kyle,
there.
right? Kyle
Yeah,
was
he's
in
right over there.
South Park. He was the Jewish one.
Yeah, he's right over there.
Kyle.
Not answering my question, Granny.
Quad, the super chats are covering Granny's face. That is true, isn't it? I don't know. It's almost like there's proof of it somewhere. All right, Granny, calm
play the
down
clip.
with what you're doing, by the way. That ain't cool. Stevie Lou.
Kevin Brennan a white supremacist?
Uncle Jack, Stevie Lou security went. It absolutely positively has to be a day late and misses the fight. Exactly. Yeah, he showed up as MLC security to Atlantic City a day late, $1 short. All the stuff had already gone down, and he missed out. Exactly. That's the kind of security guard you got, Kevin. Good job.
See, articulate
Also,
John
Uncle Jack,
knows.
I sent you the link, FYI, by the way, also.
KB was a Hitler youth. We all know this.
Okay. I'm over here like
fucking
how do I
ridiculous. Like I'm gonna be afraid. Like I'm afraid of one super chatter.
You're afraid to go outside. You're afraid of everything. You're afraid to go to the stand. You never would do it. You're afraid to walk up to Bob without fucking railing and 50 people standing around. You're afraid of plenty, and we all know it. You might not want to admit it, but we all are aware of what you're afraid of there, feller. You know what we're not afraid of? Kevin Brennan. Nobody's afraid of Kevin Brennan. Let's just say that on the record. Nobody's afraid of the hot dog that gets all pissed off. And
I would also like to go on the record and say that Kevin Brennan supports all of Dr. Mangala's research. Hello?
I'm not scared of Kevin Brennan. I'm scared of his chat.
Ray's afraid.
Yeah, there is some psychos, but hey, that comes with the territory. I think pretty much any show you watch, there's some psychos in the chat. Therefore, just kind of is what it is. You just cross your fingers and hope there's not psychos coming for you. Is what it is. Yeah, I was gonna say exactly, Slayer. Exactly. The angel of death is upon you. Right. Yes, Slayer does rule. You're correct, Laundry Room. It's the angel of death. I mean, that fucking the drums in that song, fuck, that shit kind of gets me fired up, bro. You can't bring up fucking Slayer when I'm trying to go through videos. You know I'm gonna get fired up. Come on.
Afraid of everything.
Kevin Brennan loves Himmler.
Well, I mean, he could be homeless he could be homeless. He's at the mercy of complete fucking strangers who have such little regard for him. They don't even put the heat on when he's there. And the other people are like, they're just doing it because they probably feel guilty because his parents are dead.
He doesn't
Can Ray get his own apartment at this point? No, he can't.
But all right, let me play devil's advocate for a second. This whole there's a segment of your viewership. You see it in the chat. I even saw it a little on your Patreon today where they're like, "Oh, Kevin, why Stevie Lou? Why do you stick by Stevie Lou?"
Because Stevie Lou has been good to me. He's never caused a problem for me. Does he have issues now? Yes. He's in the middle of something with his wife. He's gonna have to move. So and then he got his arm fucking beaten, whatever the guy fucking said, and then now all of a sudden they're rubber nunchucks, and it's like I know how these fucking dudes, they're professional liars. Some people are professional liars, like Artie Lang. He's a professional liar. They deal with the cops so much that they just know their instinct is to lie. That's like,
Derek,
most people are just like, I'll tell the truth and I'll just. That's because that's just what comes out of their mouth. These guys just they lies come out of their mouth all the time. So
what, liar?
So Stevie Lou, I'm supposed to take this guy's side over Stevie Lou. After a while, I'm like, wow, these people are fucking. I mean, whatever. So people don't like Stevie Lou. Good.
Thank God. That was weird, man. My cursor was going across the thing without like bringing it up. Now it is working. Okay. Okay, Granny. What?
Are you a
what do you want to know, you fucking idiot? Go ahead. Go ahead and say something useless.
Are you a professional fucking liar?
Why? What does this have to do with anything? Why are you ruining the show for the 50th time tonight? What are you getting at? Go ahead. Why don't you just get to a point for once in your fucking life?
I'm going to bed.
Oh, but I'm sure someone will miss you. It ain't gonna be me.
Oh, he was.
They don't like it. Who do they like?
Yeah, no, not me.
No, they like. I mean, they hated Ray when he was on the show. They hate fucking Chad. I mean, listen, these guys are not fucking Eagle Scouts, but but the fact that like now MLC Legends like. Wait, so you meant and now Quadfather's such a loser that he's like him and Stevie Lou used to be pretty good friends, and now he's like, Stevie Lou. I mean, it's just they're such losers. It's unbelievable.
Well,
and now Quadfather.
Yeah, I fucking love that, dude. Like, if you want to know what happened, you could go look into it yourself, and you could even reach out to me and be like, hey, dude, what happened between you guys? But no, Kevin Brennan does not fucking talk to anyone. He doesn't actually. I don't even know if he cares about any of this stuff as soon as the light goes off. What do you think, Lemmy?
I really don't think so. And if he does, it's very, very in passing. But a part of me thinks that he thinks about it almost constantly because he does this every day. I don't know. I think it's a weird dynamic because he spends so many hours doing this. He gains a living. He makes good money doing this. So it can't be that he doesn't think of this off air at all. I can't believe that. It's such a big part of his life.
Agreed. Yeah, I wonder sometimes because I know that people reach out to him and he never gets back to him. Maybe he just has too many people reaching out to him that he just kind of gets like overloaded with fucking bullshit sent to him. But yeah, like I've talked to a bunch of people. They're like, yeah, I send him messages and he never gets back to you. But one day he'll be like, yeah, thumbs up or something. And like, oh, I want to come on today because I want to bash someone. And he gives me the thumbs up. But other than that, like never gets back to me until all of a sudden the link is there during the show. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I mean, there's plenty of other people like that too. They don't ask you to come on the show. They don't set you up. They just fucking all of a sudden there will be a link sitting there. And it's like, what? Because they want something from you. They want it. They have a specific thing that they want to ask you about, etc. It's a work. It's work for super chats. Yeah, beloved. Yeah, he's always responds to me, but I'm a ball washer. Right. Yeah, I wonder maybe he does respond to it like his high rollers, whatever that is. Because he actually does meet his high rollers in real life sometimes, like AC. So I don't know. I'm not trying to say I'm all knowing and whatever. We have our own thoughts on our show, is what it is.
Quadfather thinks he's like this guy because he's on Ray's show, and then Stuttering John. Stuttering John has.
I'm a fucking idiot, and I know it. Don't ever fucking say that again. All these people say like, "Oh, that guy thinks he's a guy." No, I don't care about any of this shit, dude. Honestly, really don't. I think it's all fucking very ridiculous and very whatever. You guys take it way more serious than I do. I think this is hilarious. You know what I think is funny? I think what we did yesterday is hilarious because it got such a reaction out of all kinds of people. That's what I think is fucking great. I love that fucking Kevin Brennan was screaming at the top of his lungs about having that guy on the show. I could have never asked for anything more than that, honestly. That is high. Yeah, that's as good as it gets. If I can make Kevin Brennan scream to the point where his microphone cuts off, then I have done what I wanted to do. He doesn't know that. I do.
Is that
if you're watching right now, Kevin? Nah, I mean I've seen him scream plenty of times, but whatever. He was screaming at me and Ray, which was fucking hilarious. Sorry, Chops. What?
Oh, so no, so like I think we've all heard Kevin like just scream at the top of his lungs, but I've never heard the mic clip like that.
Yeah, we're definitely getting a reaction that is rare. We made him purple and fucking red and clip his mic out. Like we accomplished some things. He's sending people down to the stand. Like shit, he would have told Stevie Lou, like, what, Stevie Lou? You can't go down there and fuck with Ray. What are you talking about? Now he's like, he's all about it. Ray's interview with Kenyatta and KB's conversation with Florentine, complete train wrecks. I don't know. Maybe people in the chat have a thought on that. If you watched MLC today, the fact that they went from talking about the Kenyatta thing and watching some of that content, and then just went straight into like Florentine and other stuff. That's what I mean about like Kevin Brennan, his capability just to. That's why I wonder how much this shit is real to him. Because he went from screaming and yelling pissed off to like, oh, hey, Jim's here. Hey, how's it going? And like did that. It was kind of weird.
Has him on because Quadfather works for free. That's why he has him on. That's the only reason. John's a piece of shit. Also, John's also the guy that thinks it's a win if he doesn't pay his wife child support for their kids. I mean, he had to go to court for that. His wife's like, he's not paying child support. So John thinks it's like him not paying Quadfather or him not paying guests. It's the same as like, oh, I'm going to stick it to my wife and not provide for my fucking kids. And then he's talking shit about me. Stuttering John was like, why did Kevin have a problem with the black dude on the show? I mean, in the Stevie Lou situation, why do you automatically side with Stevie Lou and not the black dude? Is Kevin racist? Yeah, he's black, but I'm racist. Right. Good take, John. I mean, these guys are fucking, these guys are pathological losers. Yeah, I automatically gravitate. Any black people, I turn against them unless I live with them, and then it's fine.
I also don't get Kate.
Pathological losers. I actually really like that. I'm not a pathological liar. I'm a pathological loser. Much better. Hello? I'll do the granny bit now. Hello?
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 Not KB. I keep saying KB. Stevie Lou and Ray, I thought were close. I mean, I canceled my subscription to Ray's Patreon last night out of principle. I couldn't support him. And when you leave to get you to stay,
what do you guys think about that? Is that kind of weird to fucking leave a Patreon because a guy interviewed some dude that's going through a legal thing? Like, I don't even get that. Like, or is he trying to say that he did that on principle? He never explains it, so that's why I'm kind of saying. Like, I wonder if it was more to do with the betrayal of Stevie Lou. Is that what he's trying to say, or was it the fact that he just had a criminal on his show? Alleged criminal, has not been convicted. It is America still, even if he is a black guy, right? Lemmy,
I don't know.
Save me. Save me.
I don't know. I'm not really. It depends on how close Carlos, Danger, and Ray are. Really, all that in itself could be like a work. Maybe he's just trying to scare Ray into like acting right or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I think Carlos, OJ, Ray, etc. Very good friends in real life, not just behind the scenes. I mean, it's producer Danger over at the Rock Bottom Podcast. It's not even Carlos, it's producer Danger. So my thought is, I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird today, honestly, with Carlos. I think maybe Carlos was just trying to play. I don't know. I can't imagine he's that pissed at Ray. So I'll say that. I don't really think he has strong feelings towards what happened. But even though he was kind of playing like he did, it's hard to guess.
And it's Stevie Lou and Ray in the thumbnail.
They do. They try to entice you with one last episode.
Yeah. Like before you cancel, check out the Stevie Lou Ray episode from
That's
whatever.
Hilarious.
And I'm like, all right, I get that Stevie Lou was a dick to you. I get that he threatened you. Although, but I mean, come on, Stevie Lou wasn't good.
What did Stevie Lou do to Ray?
Ray claims that he threatened. Well, he did. Ray, the whole thing where I'm going to show up at the stand, all that really was over the line for Ray. Ray took it as like a fucking rape.
Why was he going to show up at the stand?
It was the whole time where Ray and Stevie Lou got into a beef here
with the drink.
Yeah. And then Ray had said something. He was busting Stevie Lou's balls about his wife leaving him, and Stevie Lou flew off the handle,
which was out of line because Ray wasn't even funny. He's just. I mean, it was.
Well, he does
that.
that.
Like, Ray, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm fat. Liam's fat. Quadfather can't walk. That's Ray's greatest hits.
Right.
But I mean, okay. So Stevie Lou, whatever, insulted Ray, and Ray thought that was over the line. But I just thought yesterday, it was just all right, dude. All right. I mean, where's the integrity there? I get that you don't like Stevie. Oh, but then you get on there and you say you like Stevie Lou. I got no problem with Stevie Lou.
It's like we're friends. We're friends.
There's one guy that broke his arm and fucking Quadfather who hates his guts.
I wanted squash. She goes, I want you guys to box.
True. I repeat, that is true. I do hate Stevie Lou's guts.
That's dishonest. Right.
No. Ray will say, no, I really want that to happen. So you want this Kenyatta guy and Stevie Lou to get in a ring and box it out? I mean, it's first of all, there's going to be a restraining order against this fucking Kenyatta guy. So Ray,
got to be already.
Huh?
I would think they're.
No, I was going to say that yesterday when that was all happening is the fact that, yes, if there ever was a boxing match, obviously it would be like a year and a half from now after his probation and his time has been served. It's going to be a minute before that's a possibility. And it's not a possibility. It's not a reality. Not really. It would be far down the road if that was the case. All right. Well, we can stop watching that crap. Do you guys have any other thoughts on that or questions? Anything else you wanted to dig into on that?
I feel like that could have been more of an event if somebody else was in charge. The whole Kenyatta thing. I feel like it could have been more of a thing than it was.
Why are you not able to get him on here, Quad? Is there like a silent agreement?
Oh, I could get him on here. I'm questioning whether I should do it or not.
Yeah, do it. Do it. I mean,
I could probably have him on here tonight, honestly, but I didn't want to like double down on fucking have Dr. Steve on the same night I have Kenyatta Brown. I wouldn't do that to Dr. Steve for one. And
no.
I don't know. I just didn't seem like the right thing to do when I was thinking about it. And also, I thought maybe it would be good just to move on from that whole thing, honestly. Probably would be the best choice, to tell you the truth.
I think you're right.
And I think
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, yeah.
Oh, this is cute.
I'm
you
a little
guys
bit
are
behind.
adorable.
I'm a little bit behind right now.
Okay, now you first.
I was thinking maybe the best move would be just to maybe stop fucking with Stevie Lou and give him a chance to stop fucking with us. Because I could go a lot of different ways with a lot of different things, and just calling it all good and fucking moving on would be my favorite possibility. If he felt the same way, then it could all just be squash. We could just squash it and move on. But yeah, like I really was fucking pissed at what Stevie Lou did. I'm not going to repeat it and go back over it because that's not necessary. But yeah, I felt beyond betrayed by Stevie Lou. So I have been fucking with him fairly hard recently. I don't want to be his friend. I'll never be his friend ever again. But moving on from him would also, I would be happy to do that. Lemmy, what were you going for?
I was going to say, KB actually came out with like a bit of good advice when it came to the whole Kenyatta Bryant thing, is when you let people like that into your lives, it's very hard to get them out. So it's best if we just like have it squashed on Ray's channel and let it be.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt. And also, like what you just said is very accurate because, yeah, afterwards there was a little bit of fallout with that guy as far as like him trying to get more money out of Ray and et cetera, that kind of shit. So yes, that dude is definitely into trying to get something out of this. So hey, I like that. We was ninjas. That's funny as hell. We was ninjas. No, I hate Stevie Lou's guts, but that doesn't mean I could just move on. I could do that. I could move on. But every time I see him on MLC, I cannot watch it like that.
Can Stevie Lou move on? Can he accept the olive?
Well, that's the question, right? I mean, or does he want to? Because he seems to like conflict. It seems to drive his life a little bit.
He didn't used to always be like this, did he? Has somebody been feeding information into his ear or just like manipulation into his ear?
For
He
how
watches
long
everything.
Yeah, and for as long as I've known him, he's had a flair for the dramatic.
Actor.
What you mean is he's a bitch. Like you're calling him a bitch because that's what we've been
I'm
calling him.
trying to be nice. We're
Thin-skinned
trying to
bitch.
extend an olive branch here.
No, we can still talk shit. That's never gonna stop. We'll never have a day where we're gonna be like, oh yeah, Stevie Lou, that great guy. No, that's not happening. Not happening. But whatever, we could move on from fucking with him, like getting Kenyatta Brown on a show to fucking chip at him and Kevin Brennan all at the same time. Obviously, that's what it was for. That's why I was happy to be part of it and be seen on screen with Kenyatta Brown and fucking Ray, and I knew that everyone in their world was going to see me being there. So it had a purpose. That purpose has been served. You got served. The tree that crippled the quad. I had to pull that up just because it said that. You caught my eye there, Super Chatter. I do like the tree. I don't like the tree that crippled me, but I like the name. He seems manic or something. He seems to be getting more delusional and more full of himself. Exactly. Yes, PSP, Peter Sky Parker. What happened after the show? Kenyatta wanted more money. Yes, he wanted more money. He had requests, and mostly it was about money, but right. Stepping away from him is probably the best move, I would say. All right, next. Let's try to fly through some of these because I guess, Jesus. Can you believe we've already been here for 2.5 hours? Fuck it. I'm like going to rush through the last half hour here to get through all this.
It's flown by today in a good way.
Right.
Really good way.
Yeah, Dr. Steve is a fun guy. I like him. Yes. Give me 3 steps, darling. And you won't see me no more. All right. Unfortunately, my name did come up on WATP. Let's see what Carl thinks about me. I don't think I've ever dealt with Carl. Obviously, we've had Lucy Typebox on our show, and she's a wonderful lady. She doesn't actually have a word to say bad about me. But let's see what Carl thinks about me and hanging out with Stuttering John, etc. More shots fired, more shots across the bow.
YouTube. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if you want to show a clip, like have it prepared to play for someone. I love these people who all just use my lost interest. Guilty. They just use my lost interest clips. They're like, hey, look what's going on with Stevie Lou. What a retard. Huh? It's like, why don't you do your own investigating on some of this and figure out what's going on in the dabbleverse? But I just thought that was really funny. It's good to see that the MLC program is hurting without Adam Henniker. They'll figure it out. I'm sure they'll be fine. I was watching yesterday with Stevie Lou, and the chat was going nuts. People do not like Stevie Lou, and rightfully so. The guy's a zilch. And Quadfather, too. That guy's a fucking nothing. What an idiot he is. I saw him on Stuttering John's program, and John was trying to say that his success or the money he's making now has nothing to do with me or Shuli. And Quadfather's like, yeah, of course. I mean, you're a celebrity already. No, John, you were doing nothing. You had nothing going on. You're talking to Richard Ojeda every fucking day. No one was giving you money. No one gave a fuck. Your political views are garbage. I have examples of that coming up. Yay.
No, of course he was something and a well-known person. That was my point. Not that I guess they always argue over who needed who more, right? And Stuttering John is like, yeah, I was well-known. Is that untrue? No. So can I agree with him on that? Yes. So I don't know. It seems like he's trying to stretch. Just these guys are always stretching to make Stuttering John look like an asshole, which is a little unfair that it's 100% of the time.
Question about Carl. Does he have a radio background? Because I'm seeing a lot of just that kind of like Howard Stern yelling type of.
Yeah, he's really gay like you. Like that. Like very theatric. Exactly. very theater kiddish.
I love it.
Very, I mean, gay in a good way, Chops. Not like in a bad way. Like
no. I
gay. Like you're outgoing. You like Rip Taylor. You're gonna throw some confetti. Oh wait, no, I've seen you do that. So yeah, gay like in a heterosexual normal guy.
I've literally thrown confetti. Like it's okay.
Exactly. You get
But
it.
no, honestly, does he come from that background? Because
I think so.
He's got a good like rhythm. That's what a word I'm looking for. He's got a good rhythm to him.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's a true broadcaster like you, broadcasting school, but he definitely has studied something.
Had to have.
See, exactly. I think a lot of these people like authenticity. They don't like the broadcasting thing. And I think that's why people like Aaron Imholt, for example, or like people that have actually been trained in broadcasting great on people is because they do that. The radio voice, the radio guy is a thing of the past. And I think people see through it now and are annoyed by it because now you have to see their face on screen, right? So whereas before you would just see like you would hear a voice on the radio, who cares really? But now we have to look at your face on YouTube or whatever, and you're doing this weird voice and like, wow, the wacky morning radio show. And everyone's like, what? What the fuck are you doing? Just be yourself. So I do think Carl has that kind of training though. Maybe self-trained. I'm not sure. He's a huge fan of Anthony, just like Steel Toe. Like I think all those guys come from the same school. They grew up watching like O&A and shit like that. So it's all way over the top.
He's been doing this for years, obviously. I mean, aren't they like the birth of the dabbleverse? I'm probably wrong, but
100%. No, you're 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it. Yeah. Well, right. I think Carl more than anyone, has been around showing that stuff. Chrissy Mayer invented the dabbleverse, I guess, by accident.
Yeah.
But Carl's been covering it more than anybody.
He's the one that took it and really made it.
Whatever.
What is it
I'm
that
not
he's
impressed by
what
Carl.
exactly is he
I'll
mad
be
about?
Flat out. I think he's mad that he doesn't get credit. So the argument was that Carl isn't the reason that the dabbleverse, not even the dabbleverse, like who's more important? The people that cover Stuttering John now or Stuttering John? And my argument is you guys wouldn't be covering him if there was not interest in him. Therefore, he probably is the main attraction. And I don't know how anyone could argue otherwise. But I think what Carl's trying to say is like the people that are covering him brought him to the dance, not vice versa. Like there would not be a WATP if it weren't for Stuttering John. You know, like who's responsible for the all the money and the exposure and the world that's been built around him.
I've got a question. I'm gonna use
Question
Steel Toe
away.
and Melton as an example. Okay, like if Steel Toe vanished off the face of the earth tomorrow, Melton has other shit to cover. Can the same be said for Stuttering John and WATP?
Yes.
If John disappeared off the face of the earth, would they have other things to cover?
Right. I think WATP would. It's maybe the Shuley Network would fall into that. They're comedians.
Question.
Yeah. WATP, they've been covering all kinds of people for a long time. So they would be fine. It's better.
Okay.
Not 100%
So it's like,
of their
okay.
content. But yeah,
Because
the
that's what I
Shuley
keep
Network
hearing. Because it's
is
100%. They make fun of Stuttering John 100% of the time, and that's why I compared it to NLO because I was like he's always accused of making fun of a certain person 100% of the time. So I was wondering if it was the same with these guys.
Yeah, and the Shuley Network, like I was going to say, I think they could transition into. Shuley was doing his own show. I mean, not nearly as successfully, but he was doing a show before he was doing the Shuley Network. So I'm sure that comedians could come up with something if it wasn't Stuttering John coverage. They would go into, look, Bob Levy has his own show. He was doing Miserable Men before. They were doing Miserable Men before. That was on Patreon, Levy Land. It would just turn into something else. It would exist. Something would exist out of it.
But it would have to be done like they're probably doing it already, but they would have to be talking about other people and kind of like revving up that engine on like pre-revving up that engine, because like Lemmy said, if you were to just drop off and die, they can't just pick up and start coming up with content with a new enemy or new character. You know, there has to be
people are invested in what they cover. So it would take a minute for a transition to happen, but whatever. That's how YouTube works too, right? You like lose viewers and then you gain other viewers from other interests. So like, even if the people were like, hey, where's Stuttering John? Why do you guys quit covering that? Well, new people would come and watch their new shit. So that's just the nature of business and YouTube in general. Beloved chatter, $5. Thank you, sir. The difference in viewership between Carl shows when they cover John versus when they don't tells you who is more important. Right. I do agree with that. Yeah, because they do the show, Who Are These Socials? They do Who Are These Broadcasters? And the viewership when they're covering this John stuff is huge compared to, or even like the Point Dabble Point. Their viewership on that shit is huge. So, yeah, I think they're losing a little bit of interest with Point Dabble Point. I hear a lot of people say that. That it's just getting boring and repetitive because it is just pretty much like Stuttering John shit at this point. Whatever. I'm sure they'll all exist and do fine without Stuttering John. But that being said, the point of the thing was that Stuttering John is the center of this universe that everything else revolves around. So that's kind of what your question was, Lemmy, and that's what I think the answer is. What do you got, Lemmy?
You remember the mandolin thing? I'm sure you do. That was less gay than being so petty that you like are mad about not getting credit for like a thing, one time,
one little thing, one little comment, right? But maybe that's the business model, right? To blow up and make a big deal out of one little thing. Each little thing, that's a whole other 2 minutes worth of talking. And if they have to do hours of talking every day, yeah. Hey, and I don't mind Carl talking about me, even if he calls me nothing. That's fine. At least you're thinking about me, and that's something. There you go. I'm a nothing. I'm so much of a nothing, you have to talk about me. There you go. That's how much of a nothing I am. You're welcome, Carl. I would agree with him about the Stevie Lou part, just not me. Not me. Why me?
But the idea here, and then Derek Quadfather was just like, yeah, no, that's right. No, it's not. It's not right. You're a fucking moron.
So that's an opinion.
John's new, soon-to-be ex-friend.
Correct. He's the new Stevie Lou, because Stevie Lou was on there kissing his ass for a little while. Now Quadfather's on there kissing his ass. Now they're going after Stevie Lou. They're also boring. When I was I hate to speak out of school, but when we were at the studio, I was talking to Doug from the Jingles department. He goes, I don't get Stevie Lou. How is that guy interesting? He's not. He's never said anything interesting. I don't understand him either. I don't get why he's here. What's going on with that? He was about to leave podcasting. He said, I'm retiring. I'm out of here. They're like, hey, you want to come on MLC every week? Like, yep.
Thanks a lot, Kevin.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? So anyway, I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm sure Kevin will figure it out. All right. I want to thank Stephen Reynolds.
Yes. Any more thoughts on that? I'm kind of over that one. It was interesting hearing that. Yeah, there you go. Appy, member for 1 month. Thank you for being here. I want credit. Wah! Exactly.
So Lucy Typebox looked really good, by the way. in that clip.
And she didn't say a fucking word. I kind of like
a real woman.
I mean, the rest of them probably would have chimed in happily and been like, what a nothing. But I didn't expect her to be like, oh, I was just on there last Friday and I had a great time. Quad's nice guy. I wouldn't go that far either, Lucy Typebox. Can't blame you there. But she didn't look like she was like, oh, yeah, that guy is a fucking loser. Stevie Lou, oh, yeah, he's a fucking loser. Because I know Lucy. I think Lucy still likes Stevie Lou, too, honestly. They're both movie people. He's a huge movie person. She's a movie person. Just like Husey and whatever. You got a lot of critics movie. And whatever, I'll never say I know. I'm not that big on movies. So I'm not that into that shit. So I'll give credit to people that know more about movies than I do. Stevie Lou knows a lot more about movies than I could ever even imagine. So, and I would not take that away from him. All right. On to the next, Joey C. I think this is a good topic to end our show on, as a matter of fact. Let's go ahead. Do you want one more quick Ray story, or do you want to just hop right into the Joey C? Let's do Joey C, actually, because I guess that kind of transitions from WATP quite well.
If it was a Sophie's choice, I'd have dropped them both.
Fair enough. You're a bad mom. You're a bad mother. You can't.
If I raise kids like Joey C, yeah, I probably would be a bad mom.
If you raise kids like the kids Joey C raised, you probably would be a bad mom. That's not very nice, but true. All right. So Joey C pulling the big scamola. Of course, he's trying to raise money. Dr. Steve, as everybody knows, I'm not talking out of school here. Everybody knows that Dr. Steve did donate to Joey C. And that's the only thing I actually, he lets me chat in his chat again, Joey C. He unblocks me. And I just put it in there. I was like, so if you don't go to Hackmania, are you going to give Dr. Steve his money back? And he was like, that's none of your fucking business, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah. Yeah, I already knew the answer to that. I guess a dumb question. Yeah, you're keeping the money. I got it. And then I was like, how about all the donations you raise? If you don't go to Hackmania, are you giving the money back? It's like, none of your fucking business. Dude, it's money. It's my, you stay out of it. It's none of your business.
That I'm hearing they want me to dress up as a fucking hooker. Bob Lee, you want to put on a bikini, high heels, go out and fucking flag cars down and solicit them. Hopefully I don't go to jail. And they think I'm going to do that for a measly $200. That will cost to me. And let me tell you something. I will complete that mission in high heels, in a bikini, in a thong, with my fat belly, makeup on, lipstick, whore fucking red polish on my toes. And I'll do it if they raise me $2,000. I'll do it. Fucking right, I'll do it. $2. That's cheap too. That's the only way. They ain't getting me to do no silly shit for $100, $200.
That's fair. I think, honestly.
Sure. What?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's fair. I wouldn't do that shit for $200 either, man. I mean, I agree with Joey C. If they want his fat ass to dress up in a fucking thong bikini and like joke about soliciting himself in Las Vegas and potentially put himself in harm's way, I wouldn't do that shit for $200 either.
Good point. How much would it take, Quad, for you to do that? How much?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm cool on that shit. I love the juxtaposition that he said that like yesterday. I wouldn't do that. Blah blah blah. I would never do that. Cut to him this morning on the BS show and doing. Well, let's just see what he does.
I don't got to answer either.
What's going on in that house? Are you guys waxing each other?
Why does nobody have hair in this house?
No, nobody wants you to put that on. You can't put that on and get hit because then that's
what is that? Sports bra?
Yeah.
Put that on.
Yeah, put it on. Take your white beater off and put that on. I like that.
You gotta be kidding.
Take the top off. Oh shit.
You have a beating wife. Take off your wife beater.
I made you really mad.
Yeah. Have her put on the wife beater so she's gonna beat you up.
It's worth it. Just watch him try to put this on.
Yeah, I can't
put him in the main screen.
I can't find it either, Bob. I don't know where.
And they were trying to get him to go out and do this on the street, but he wouldn't do it. He was like, "Not my neighborhood. They're fucking these people out here would beat my ass. They'd shoot me." Probably true. Who knows?
Yeah, put him on the main screen. Sounds right. Go like this, right?
Main screener.
And this is for like $200, I think.
That's weird. You have all these idiots videos ready, but you don't have fine entertainment like a fucking punch in the face.
because I planned all the other video. I didn't know you were going to ask for the fucking punch video.
No, I just figured we had to go. We had to show him? You can't go less than that. Batman, huh?
We'll show him.
Batman.
Fucking relax.
Is that an arrow? Is that an arrow going down to the Batman?
Before I start punching everybody for free. What, Joey? I mean, what, Bob?
No, he's got the tattoos. I don't get them.
I never had a desire to go into the middle.
Maybe you can explain the tattoos a little bit, Joey. Look at this. This is great.
Wife.
Hi, Mrs. C.
Hey, Mrs. C.
This is what she wanted. This is what she signed up for when they.
Yeah.
You don't have headphones, Julie.
Imagine.
Oh my god. This motherfucker really wants to go to Vegas, doesn't he?
Yeah, it really does.
Nothing sports about that. Oh no, that wasn't hard enough.
Oh please! You see, this is
no.
Hey.
She knocked him out.
Oh, I was like, what did I do? I thought
with a leg. Maybe lost the camera.
No, that's great.
What happened?
Yeah, dude is working hard to try to raise some money. That's funny. She knocked his shit over. But yeah, that's how desperate Joey C is, that he's willing to do crazy shit like this. It's hard to believe. Yeah.
Oh man, that room.
How embarrassing, huh? What do you think of that, Lemmy?
What a slut.
What a gutter.
I mean, I've seen
slut.
Granny
Yes.
do. Yeah, I've seen Granny do weirder shit than that. I can't not endorse it.
Yeah, fair. Joey loves it. Yeah, he does seem to like the attention. Hey, this is uncalled for. Douche canoe, if quad charged by an inch, it wouldn't make much. How dare you? How dare you? Uncalled for. Yeah. All right. Charging by the inch. All right. Let's go back live.
The computer closer to you.
You mean the camera?
Yeah.
They want to see your boobies, bitch.
We're
Show us
all
your
in the
boobies,
yeah,
bitch.
sweetie.
Sweet
They want to know
tits.
why you want to do yourself. To see how we could turn some from haters to lovers. You know what I'm saying? So, and
wear
Is this
that
turning
outfit.
you, Chops?
Yeah, you
You're
get a
in the
lot.
gay
You get a
shit.
lot of tips. I'll tell you
Yeah,
that.
Joey C.
Not
Morning.
that gay. All right.
Wait, before she hits you,
Not
can
this
you
gay?
get some
This is
lipstick
too
or
gay
something?
for
She
you
put
even?
on you, maybe a little, a little rouge. Come on, how bad do you want to go to fucking Vegas, dude?
You know what? Maybe save the makeup to cover up the marks.
And I
after
want
she
you to
beats.
say to her,
You already hit me twice. I'm already sure you popped me twice already.
Stop, Joey. You can take a punch. You said, here. Just say to her, put on the lipstick and say, yeah, I threw your dinner out because it got cold because you didn't eat it. And then you do it. Then she
Right.
Oh, so I say to her, I threw your dinner out because it got cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she
You want me to wear a lipstick? Babe, you got your lipstick? And you said something about a wig earlier. Yo, what? I don't know what wig's that. You have that wig still, babe?
Welcome to my life.
Yeah.
Honey.
Wigs all over the place.
Hey, Bob. How about this, Bob? You want to milk me?
What the hell's the matter with you?
What's wrong with you, Joey? We're doing a fun show here. And you come in here talking
Think
about
you can
milk.
milk me? Think you can milk me?
What the hell?
Greg, you think you can milk me, Greg?
Can we bring the room down a little bit? We want to talk about an important cause for everybody right
All
now.
right, let's see him get punched.
All right. What do we?
All right, 1:16:30. There we go. Here we go. All right, now he's gonna get his punch. So for a couple $100, he's willing to be a total fucking sellout and wear women's tube tops, I guess. Is that what that is, Lemmy? A tube top? Is that what they call those?
Nope. Tube tops are strapless. That looks like a bathing suit top
Strap
of some
on?
sort, or like
It's a strap on.
Maybe like a sports bra or something. I don't know. Some sort of I don't know what that is.
Makes his
But it's
bitch
not a
tits
tube
look nice, though, huh?
Yeah, it's all bunched up in the back. He's got to straighten that shit out. It's bothering me, dude.
Oh, the fat sticking out. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's watch him get punched in the face because this is gonna feel good for everybody, I think.
Yelling no.
She just
Gotta
cold
wait till
cock.
you're ready. It's got to be timing. You got to see it.
Yeah, we got to be ready. We got to be ready. All right, ladies
I'm
and
ready.
gentlemen.
Can't
Hey,
get enough.
I threw that dinner out you made me. It was fucking horse shit, and your punch is like a little sissy. So you know what I'm talking about? Okay?
Let's go.
You punch like now they're ready, babe. You punch like a little sissy, right? Right? Yeah. Come a little more lip there. Oh.
You could hear that one.
That was a good one, babe.
That was a good one, babe.
Yeah. That one I felt.
That one I felt.
Sorry. I love you.
All right.
We'll talk about that one later.
I got 2 words for you. That mush into one. Payback, bitch. All right.
She has good form, man. She leaned into it and everything.
All right, so you're ready to start the contest to raise money for Joey to go.
Let's go. Go.
Let's get it
Hey,
going.
I sent Joe my Venmo and all that stuff too.
All right. You guys get the idea.
Monetized
I
consensual
thought that was
domestic
pretty-
violence might be my new favorite thing ever.
Yeah, right. If only you could get Granny in on this, we could get you guys fucking making a bunch of money. We'll do that on BYB. We'll let you suck Granny all night long. I would enjoy the shit out of that. Can't tell you how enjoyable that sounds.
I can hear everybody breaking out their wallets right now, calling their credit card companies.
I don't want to rip off Joey C's thing.
Out. Why not? I'm good on ripping off a gimmick. Let's make it happen, especially this gimmick. RP MLC legend, who is an actual legend, $5. Thank you, sir. And also the guy that chops for your info, the guy that was getting yelled at by Kevin Brennan all day today and yesterday, and probably not the day before, but the last couple days. Lemmy, what would you do and how much would you do it for? Joey C has zero pride.
I don't know. That's kind of a loaded question. Everybody's reloaded question.
Load.
I don't know. I've done
punching Granny a lot would be good. Like I said,
I've waxed a man's
What else?
asshole live on stream before.
Right? The waxening. That's what it was called. The waxening, right? Like the happening, but the waxening.
I wasn't there, but I will always remember the moment that I found out about it.
It was the legendary
I
event.
was there and watched it. I was actually there to see. And behold, a man's asshole. Not that I mean, I watch fucking In Hot Water, so I see lots of assholes, whether I really want to know. And I don't mean Gino this time. But yeah, there's a lot of gay porn. I'm just saying. Just saying, you can't go on a plane or the subway and watch In Hot Water, because the next thing you know, there will be 2 guys fucking, or more than 2 guys. Joey had zero pride. Yes, RP MLC legend. That is 100% correct. And I think it'll always be that way because he won't live much longer as is.
I think he's got too much pride, but very cheap dignity. You know what I mean?
He's for
very,
sale.
Yeah.
Pride is the downfall of many men. All right, I'm going to make you happy, Lemmy. I know how much you love Ray. You and Granny, how much you guys love Ray. You'll like this story just because it's anti-Ray. and we know you love anti-Ray anything.
They had this guy on Ray DeVito. I don't know if you know who he is. You probably
I know. Believe
Ray
me, he's the only male I ever blocked on my phone.
This is from yesterday. Yeah, the only man. That's the story. So here you go. Sorry.
If you know who he is, you probably
I know. Believe me, he's the only male I ever blocked on my phone. I blocked a few females, but a male.
Why'd you block him? Because he kept texting you?
Yeah, he was just bothering me about doing his podcast. This was years ago. He was seriously the first man I ever blocked.
Wow, Ray.
That's
You're blocked. Get out. Yeah, because then he would text me about like a gig or something like that, and it wouldn't come up on my phone. It would come up on my my iPad for some reason. It was so like see it like 4 months later when I turned on my iPad. I'm like, yeah, it just popped up.
So he wanted you to do his Tuesday open where he hosts on Tuesday at the stand.
No, his podcast.
Oh,
this is before the stand. I've done a show at the stand before, but
There it is there. Are you happy now, Lemmy? We did some Ray bashing for you.
Thank you. And I like Jim Florentine.
We know
too.
you love the guy. No, Florentine's the best.
I like his vibe, dude.
That show.
I love his whole vibe.
He had the best phone calls on Crank Acres. Him and Adam Carolla. Those were my two favorites. Yeah. Anyway. Let me go ahead and pull your guys' stuff up. Let's see. Where's Lemmy at? You're going to be doing a show in the morning, I would assume.
Yep, 8 a.m. Eastern, Saturday and Sunday. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Wednesdays. I don't know why I said it out of order. 8:30 a.m. Eastern to 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Music, hanging out.
Nice. Chops went poo-poo right at the last second. Okay. Do you got anything you want to plug there, Chops?
Check us out on Corn Diff at YouTube, or check out all of our links at steeltoecoffeecompany.com. I forgot that was a thing. We got it.
Oops. Okay. Corn Diff. There you go. There's your Corn Diff. Yeah. Make sure you guys all go over there and check that out. At least subscribe to all of these folks' fine channels. Definitely check us out on Sunday, 5 o'clock Eastern. We got the weekly Dabble review. Monday, we got 8 o'clock Eastern. We got Carl Day Jokes, as seen on In Hot Water. Corn's coming at me. Corn, not Corn. Carl Day Jokes. He's fucking hilarious. We love that guy. Another movie buff. You guys should try to get, that just popped in my mind. You guys should try to get Carl Day Jokes onto maybe like Once Over with Kaylee or one of the other shows you guys do about movies, because he does a show about movies. I know this is all very interesting for everyone to hear right now, but Carl does know his fucking movies better than most. He does a show called Let's Watch a Full-Length Movie on YouTube. And that's the acronym applies there. All right. Well, in summation, I was curious, what are your thoughts on Kevin Brennan, Chops?
He's a
what do you think? What do you think about an angry guy like him being on the internet and telling everyone how to do everything?
He seems like he hasn't gotten laid in what seems like.
I had to fight my whole life. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives, I would punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, cause you're scared of the dark, cause you stink like a fart. Well, I like your fart on fire with my rounds. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so many girls. Made out with every girl in the world. I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you. Well, I do know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls.